You've been initiated.
Happy New Year and happy return to crafting
First
time.
craft stream of the year.
Merry Craftsmas, everyone!
Exactly. He gets it.
I get it.
We're back in better than ever, I would dare say.
We're back in bed.
We're back in bed.
Too soon.
All together. Here, live on the internet, we are. And this time we're doing something different than we ever. I'm trying to find the camera.
That would definitely be different. That's a fire alarm. Sarah?
Oh.
Fire alarm.
Do we have to?
We're
is this
back
a test.
Better
Do
than
we
ever.
have to leave?
No, I think we do it.
How much do we value our lives is the question.
I think we have
Personally,
to
I'm okay
leave
with
it.
staying.
Should we fill the
It's that thing of
floor?
like,
Is
how
it
long do you
getting
leave
warm?
it before you know it's a test?
Well, what we are gonna do at some point is Warhammers.
But I think right now we have to leave.
Okay, we do have
It
to
looks like
leave.
everyone's leaving. Okay.
Okay, right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for joining,
Thanks for the
everyone.
stream, everybody. Goodbye.
No, don't leave. Us
Don't
leave.
leave.
Yeah,
We'll leave. You
guys
stay here.
Keep the
Keep
camera
an eye
running.
on the table
You
for
just let
us.
us know if any flames emerge.
You stay. We go. You stay. I go.
No following.
No follow.
Keep an eye on things, okay? We'll be right back.
Bye.
Oh, that film
Tell us if
kills
it
me.
burns down. Tell us if it.
Yeah, you're in charge till we're gone. Right, bye. No, don't! Sarah! Put it down!
Oh, God, sorry, guys. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we're fine. We're back. And no, it was a false alarm. So there wasn't actually anything actually to worry about. What's this? Nothing. Don't worry
You
about
are the most TikTok generation person I know. Just the whole performance of it was so good.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh my God, glowing reviews. Anyway, so what are we here for in the end? We're back, and what are we here for?
We're painting some tiny dolls.
Oh,
Tiny plastic space dolls.
like this.
Some of them are space dolls, some of them are fantasy dolls.
Oh, that's true. You've brought in some other stuff.
So what we're doing to... Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here
look
is
at that.
Here is a
Yo.
space fantasy doll.
It's one we painted in the break.
Yes.
Yeah.
This shot sponsored by the Games Night channel on YouTube. So thank you. Check them out if you haven't.
I'm already in trouble with Simon because I've already got paint on my hand.
I finished,
my
right,
gosh.
so just to look behind the scenes for a second, I finished painting the rims on the models that we were doing just before the stream. And you watched me do it. And then it was just like, oh, I'll just pick this model up. And then we complain that you have black paint on your fingers.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, I mean I have paint on my hands too, but that's because I got my nails done before the stream.
Nails
nice. We'll get some close-ups of you
Queen.
putting
We could have
models
done
on.
them here.
Yeah, can we get a close-up on Sarah's nails actually, please? On the turn. There we go.
Now, I will say, if you are good at painting nails and you're good at doing makeup, you are a long way to actually being good at Warhammer painting, and I can say that from experience.
Exciting.
There's a lot of crossover between the two.
Wonderful.
Dr. Simon Clark is going to be actual teacher.
Yeah.
He is a lot better at painting than I am.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I am teacher's assistant today. I'm
Yeah.
going to be sort of, if you need me to go get the chalkboards and,
It's like
do the boring jobs.
in 80s instructional VHSs.
Yeah.
It's like, here's our advanced students. So, copy what they're doing if you feel comfortable. You've watched the tape 20 times at this point.
Yeah.
So in terms of
Exciting.
level of painting, Briony, you've done some before,
I
haven't
have
you?
painted two now because Trot printed out some and he invited us around for like a little model painting day. So I painted one sort of guy who was like a half goat man, minotaur type dude.
So it was half goat, half minotaur. So
Half.
Wow.
It was a
one
goat.
quarter man.
What a man.
And
So you said that like Captain Picard. Tin man.
Man.
and then there was just like a topless guy. I preferred the
Oh.
beastie guy.
Oh,
Yeah, because the other one I was just like flesh, bored.
okay.
Well, yeah, it's a good point though, because like different textures create like interesting things to paint, and you can get some fun stuff with that. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and some stuff is just quicker to paint than others, and it is just a bit boring. What we're trying to do here, we've got some models that give you a bit of a mix of stuff. So Sarah, have you done any painting?
So I think I learned what Warhammer was like a year ago.
Oh wow!
Like the concept of it. So
the idea of Warhammer.
yeah. So no. Ooh.
There we go.
What
These
were
are our
the
models.
choices?
No, I've painted pictures. I did like a Bob Ross paint along a few months ago. That was fun and delightful. But no, none of this. But I'm excited to learn.
Okay, good. So we've got like complete noob, like a little bit of experience, and then experienced students. So you're going to crack on, I think, with your assembly.
Yeah, so I've got some stuff. I was going to try and build some stuff like to give us some more things to paint, but I've brought in some of my own stuff from home. So I have a bunch of different stuff that I'm working on in different stages as well. Like,
wonderful.
So I don't think I can.
Yeah,
I can kind of show them over.
We've got our nail model here.
Pop those over there.
Miniatures on the turntable.
So these are like the things I'm probably going to be working on.
Is that the new striking?
These are the new striking scorpions, in fact, if you pop that one instead of the other green one. If you pass me the other green
That
one.
green guy.
Scorpions.
Oh, but he's got such a good ass.
They do have good asses. So
He's going to hit all the
these are
buttons
my
in the lift.
three. So I've got one which I've only basically done the base colours of, which is Mr. Green Man. Green Goblin. And then I have my Sisters of Battle, which are a faction in Warhammer. And I've painted them all, but I've rebased them, so I'm having to go in and do all the touching up. Like I've kind of damaged the paint at the bottom. I need to fix them up and tidy them up. And then I've got another character who is all the base colours are done, but none of the shading, none of the details or anything like that is done on them.
So maybe we can try one of the things we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, so I'm showing off like different things, and like I'm going to be working on. So I've got a bunch of stuff that I can be working on. So I'm kind of here to provide sort of anecdotal and color commentary. And
Is that a naval?
also help, like if you need help with something,
Oh, thank
you can be.
you.
And Simon's helping Brian.
Yeah, we've got one-to-one tuition going on.
Yeah.
Here.
Wow. So what is the process then? Did they come? So you were saying you're building them.
Yeah,
How
so
do
I can
they
show you-
come and what do you do? And also why? For fun or for playing games?
That's a very good question.
That's a
to be honest.
very good question.
Yes.
So they normally, if you buy Warhammer models,
shoot.
they come on a sprue like this.
A sprue.
Sprue?
Sprue alert.
Sprue, and then you clip them all out, you
Yes.
glue it all together,
Yeah.
and then when you have a finished model, this one's not quite done, but like I'll add the head and the bits and pieces,
Oh,
put it on a
wow.
base, and then you base it, so you get like a spray paint, you prime it basically, and then you would go into the painting thing, and there are different ways of doing it, which Simon I think is going to go through. Like there's different methods that you can do it and things like that. The why. I'll let you handle the why, because I don't know if I know why.
In 1983.
that long ago.
We're not going to go into the history of Games Workshop. Basically, there are various games that you can do, including Dungeons and Dragons. There are various role-playing games that you can use to have miniatures representing your characters. And then at some point, a couple of decades ago, people realized that you could just get lots of them together and simulate like a battle.
Okay.
And so that's where Warhammer came from.
Yeah.
So these are all representations of, characters. What we've got are examples from Warhammer 40,000, so like a big IP, or you've got Lord of the Rings, so these aren't, we do have a named character, we've got Prince Imrahil, but otherwise they're just kind of chumps.
Cool.
And then the idea is you play games where you mash your dolls against each other and you roll dice. And
But you can also, you don't have to play the games at all. I know a lot of people who just enjoy the painting, like they just enjoy the collecting, the building, the painting. And like for me, I like miniature painting because it's a very zen hobby. It's like I go home, I put an audiobook on or like a 7-hour compilation video, and you can just sit there and you focus and you get to see this thing come to life. Like, it is basically kind of like paint by numbers, but so you see rapid progress. And so for me as an ADHD person, that's perfect. Because like I'm like, oh, it looks nice now. Yay, I did a thing.
And there are ways to get progress that can take 15 minutes. You can get a model that looks passable, or you can spend, the Golden Demon winners, the people who actually win the painting competitions, like 200 hours on a single model.
Wow.
Like, there are different techniques with different levels of finish, and it's like diminishing returns after a certain point.
Yeah,
So-
I think something that's really interested me about it when I learned more is that like it feels like such like a masculine thing, like the Warhammer universe, and yet it's like so dainty and tactile and like artistic,
I think it's
the
a tremendous
painting,
good
which
for
is
men's
really
mental
nice.
health. I genuinely do, because it's a form of self-expression.
Yeah.
And, you know, it nestled amongst this hyper-violence and all this machismo and stuff, and it's a way of basically, painting dolls.
Yeah.
That you imagine something, you make it real, and you created something.
And I think like
exciting.
Warhammer can be very masculine, but like painting your D&D character or like models like that, a lot more women I know are now into this hobby than I've ever known. Like when I was growing up as a kid, I'm sure it was for you as well. It was all boys. I'll be honest, it was pretty much all boys. Whereas now I know I have so many female friends, and I follow so many female miniature painters on like Instagram and things like that who are incredible. And I think that element of it has kind of grown out a little bit more, and like things like Age of Sigmar and Warhammer Fantasy are a little bit less kind of like Space Marines, gun. You know, it's a bit less that.
I think for me, because my brother was really into Warhammer, so I would go along to Games Workshop as the little sister, and I was very much like not welcome there sort of thing. So I was allowed to, like, I would play the games with my brother at home, but I couldn't take it beyond that. And he also, because I was the little sister, I wasn't allowed to do the painting. So I suddenly realised the other month, I was like, I'm an adult now, I can do the thing I want to do.
Yeah.
So what I'll say before we start is, well, what we'll do is I'll sort of talk a bit about how you approach painting. We're going to go through the supplies that we've got. Then I'd suggest that we pick out some models each, and we just have a go with the quicker way of painting, and then maybe we try and make it more complicated. So to begin with, the important thing is that there is a right way to paint and a wrong way to paint.
Oh, okay.
The right way to paint is if you're putting paint on the model and you're enjoying the process,
Oh.
and you're making something you're proud of.
No, but I wanted to do that. That's what I was hoping for.
Damn it, I want to break them. I'm going to make myself miserable. Right. We'll do all non-metallic metals for you, Sarah. We'll teach you how to do that. That's the only thing you have to worry about, is if you're putting paint on the model and you're enjoying what you're doing. That said, there are some kind of techniques that are standard that you use to get pretty standard results.
Cool.
So what we'll do is go through some of those. The name of the game, in my opinion, I don't know if you would disagree with this, is with miniature painting, the aim of the game is to provide contrast. Because what you're trying to do is make a tiny model readable from a distance as something that's much bigger.
Cool.
So you're on this guy, for example, you're trying to make his helmet stand out from his cloak, stand out from his belt, stuff like that. So the way that you accomplish that is by providing contrast, which can be contrast in value, so bright bits and dark bits. It can be colours, but it can also be saturation.
Cool.
So bits that are very colourful, bits that are not colourful.
Look at this guy with his like pro-sciencey speech. I'm like, put paint on model, make model look good.
Can I put bows on it?
Yeah.
And are there any unicorns at my
You can
disposal?
freehand unicorns all over
But
it.
this is very good stuff, because this is the actual technical stuff of painting, which I don't know. Like, I know to put paint on model and how I've learned to make it look okay.
cool.
But this stuff, like, for me, like, you talk about the contrast and the different levels and things like that. For me, it's always been like simple tricks, like you focus on the head and the shoulders and like the gun, because that's when you're like up here moving them around. That's where your eye line is drawn to.
And it's the relevant information. You want to know which of my guys have got flamethrowers versus just rifles or whatever.
Exactly.
So that's basically what we're trying to accomplish. So the tools that we've got at our disposal to do that, we've got our standard acrylic paints. So these are water-based paints that you can dilute with water, you can mix them together. We've got mixing palettes. That's tentacle pink, no, it's Fulgrim pink that you just picked out, which is excellent.
That's what I'm using.
And we've got, these are, you've both got a standard set of brushes. So I think you've both got a large dry brush, which we'll get into what that means, a medium brush and a detail brush, which should be absolutely fine for what we're doing.
BR7102. You have BR7101.
That you've just created a whole new Wikipedia article for a droid in Star Wars.
Thank you very
Paper,
much.
because you don't want this to like wipe off paint.
So that's why, because they're water-based paints, we've got a pot of water in front of each of you. We've actually got two.
Oh, it
and
does say on the other side.
I'll explain why, and then we've got some paper towels to clean brushes.
Briony, is that your glass of water?
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest you move that away. Don't
So you do not drink
don't put it
the
near your paint
paint.
water.
It's a mistake. It's a rite of passage, Mark.
It's a rite.
She's got to do it at some point.
When I painted my first model, Helen gave me a sippy cup so that I wouldn't put my brushes.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, not a bad. I think a foam dome. Just have one of those things with the cans on top of it. So we've got our standard acrylic paints, and that's sort of the way that people traditionally painted this stuff. What we've also got are some speed paints. So these are from Citadel.
I know these ones.
These are contrast paints.
Yes.
So what we'll do is we'll start out with these in a second, and these provide you with that contrast in one coat.
Cool.
So that also explains why I've done I've prepared our models.
Yeah,
like
it
that.
seeps into like the recesses, and it's got like a slightly, so like if you put it on black, it will appear darker, and if you put it on white, it appears brighter, and like it creates that automatically. Whereas like traditionally, you would have to layer that with different levels of paint. Like
Got
we
it.
would do.
So it's why with these, what I've done with these is assembled them. I don't know if people can tell on stream from a distance if I put one on the turntable.
Yes.
What I've done is assembled the models, and I've sprayed them black and then hit them from the top with white spray. So that's what we call a zenithal highlight. And the reason you do that is when you apply these paints, that helps you get that contrast from the top down.
It does some of the shading and highlighting for you, basically.
And there's some other steps that we can do to make that a bit better. So we've got contrast paints, and we can actually mix our own contrast paints from the acrylics with a medium. We've also got some inks, which basically provide you with loads of saturation, and they flow really easily. So for really fine detail work, they're useful. And then lastly, we've got some oil paints. You can paint miniatures entirely with oils. It's not standard. The way that most people use them is an oil wash, which I hope we'll do maybe on our first models. And that's why we've also got some mineral spirit, because these, instead of diluting them with water, you dilute them with mineral spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, so do people maybe want to pick out a model?
Oh.
Briony, they're by you first. Do you want to pick? Actually, I'm just going to shotgun.
I was going to say, take the one that I know you've been eyeing up.
Yeah.
So you've got some Imperial Guardsmen, which are from Warhammer. And I think a big part of Warhammer, like you guys are just learning to paint, but actually if you were to get into this as a bigger hobby, one of the best things, and if you watch the video on Games Night, you kind of see this a little bit with Lids and Rabs as well, is picking that faction or picking an army that speaks to you. Because there are different ones in the different games and the different universes. Like for me, like, and I know Rabs loves these guys, like the Sisters of Battle, which are basically crazy, insane nuns.
Yes, he loved the
with
battle
guns.
nuns. I remember
And
that.
I pick these guys because I love their lore, I love their aesthetic, I love the look of them and things like that. Or like you've got the Eldar, which are like these more like space elves. And like you find that if you find a faction that you really like the look of, it actually makes painting them a lot more fun and exciting. If you're just painting something for the sake of it, that's never good.
Yeah, and there's, sometimes it's based on the aesthetics, and sometimes it's based on the lore, or the the idea of it.
The idea of it. Like I've got an idea for a character, or a story or something like that.
So my Hawaiian orcs were just because I thought that Hawaiian chill was the exact opposite of spectrum
orcs,
from orcs. So I thought combine the
sometimes
two.
you can have like this funny kind of concepts, right? Yeah.
Cheers.
This chess game is still going on.
I would recommend, like maybe like one horse and then one man, or like elf or.
We get to do two.
Yeah, I think we should have.
I will caution Sarah that the sword on that guy is precarious. I'm not sure.
That's okay.
It might ping off at some point. So
Then if it comes off, then I can glue it
we can
onto
make
the
a
head,
unicorn.
and it can be a unicorn. Ah! I just get it off right now.
Oh no! Whoops.
Do you want me to? We can actually.
Oh my god! I think I do want to do that.
I've got some.
So
I've got a spare knife.
He's also just not holding anything in his hand, so he's just
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you with my unicorn.
And this one, can I make him look like Mega Man? You know, the blue guy?
Mega Man.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We've got blue paint. We can make that work.
Hell
You've gone for a
yeah.
plasma gunner there, which isn't. We can.
A plasma gun.
Might be able to try some OSL.
Oh, look at this guy. I love it. I love it.
So Briony is eyeing up some. We've got some men of Rohan, and a Haradrim, and a High Elf, and another guardsman.
And a little guy he's got like Poe from the Teletubbies.
They've got a female head, haven't they? They've got the what is it called? The side cut.
Oh
Yeah.
Did you get female guardsmen?
Yeah,
Nobody in the
I
41st
do.
millennium cares about your gender. You are meat for the grinder.
Oh no.
It's a very equal opportunities employer, the Astra Militarum.
Yeah.
So where did Warhammer come from?
So Warhammer.
England.
It is. You know,
Oh,
Games
of course
Workshop
it did.
has more turnover than Marks and Spencers. They are
One of the
huge
most like successful
More
British.
Oh, I was like, people don't like to work there.
No, it's in their revenue. They make more money than Marks and Spencers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's huge. It's an
Wow.
English company. Originally, they were the distributors for D&D miniatures in the UK, and then they realised. I think basically they created a miniatures company, and they were like, we should make some rules so people can use lots of these, and then that. Never mind. That became its own law, and then 40k started as a mix of Dune, Star Wars, an earlier game called Laserburn.
I like Dune. Do you have a Timothy Chalamet figurine?
Oh, I should.
Have you
You
got
can paint
Paul?
somebody up.
We've got a
Look at-
Haradrim, which is actually not very far off.
Okay.
Okay, so we picked out some models
Let
first.
that dry. for
Wow!
Oh yeah!
Whoa!
Sorry, Simon.
It's a
I
knife
threw
unicorn.
it.
Da, 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 da.
But
Well,
listen,
Pachow!
And how does the Black Beauty theme go? Is that
The only reason I remember that is there used to be an old radio comedy show called the 99p Challenge, and they had to make up lyrics for the Black Beauty theme. And I think it was Nick Frost, and it was like, white wine will remove red wine, lemon juice removes grime on window.
Waiting for the... Can we get the miniatures cam on, please, studio?
Sorry, TJ. Might be running to fix something, yeah.
Stuff is breaking behind the scenes, we won't worry about that. Okay, so we've all got a model in front of us. And like I say, they've already sort of been primed with some contrast on them from light to dark. What we're going to do is use some speed paints to go over that. But before we do that, I'd suggest that we take some white paint and also bump up the contrast. So did you say you had some Corax?
I do, yes.
So do you want to get
Corax and Wraithbone? So.
Okay, let's use Corax. So.
Sure.
What names? Corax and
White.
Wraithbone.
They're all copyrighted.
Wraithbone. Welcome to the Wraithbone zone.
Thank you.
That's the plot of Master of Mankind. If
Thank
anyone's read it.
there
we go.
Yeah, I don't think you have. That's pretty much dead.
That's dead.
Da-da-da.
I had a little bit of white
Disney
star and I
painting.
had some Vallejo.
Yeah, there's not much in those.
Let's see. So I'm just going to try and get some white.
Wraithbone.
I think
So this is you're going to use
Actually
this
dead.
as your little palette. It's just like a little.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to take
very
some
much.
white out of the palette and whack it on your, out of the pot and put it on your palette, and we'll have to borrow the same.
First step.
This is
Oh
going
my
to be
God,
your
I'm scared.
dry brush. This is going to be the first one we're going to be using now.
Okay.
So get some white out and pop it on your palette.
This is a big flat brush. Yep, you got it, Briony. Yeah.
So what we're going to do is whilst Sarah's getting the paint out, is dry brushing. So this is a technique where you take some paint on your brush,
Give it a good shake.
and then you rub most of it off on a paper towel. So the idea is,
No, I don't want to waste it.
so the idea is you only have a little bit on your
Okay.
brush, and you only have a little bit of moisture, and then you lightly go over the entire model.
Tickle them.
Okay.
So the idea is you're only going to pick out the raised parts of the model.
Yeah.
And once we've done this, then we're ready to just start slapping colour on whichever way we want.
Willy
Okay.
nilly.
Use a
How
brush
much?
rather than pouring it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, if you just, it will stay open.
Unfortunately,
Get
cities
your
don't have
brush
very
like
badly designed paint pots. It's
And
gotta
it
be
does.
said.
And you get like a bunch on the brush.
Oh.
DJ, can you possibly move that light over? Because I
And
can't
so you
read
take
chat.
that,
at
and
the
then you want to
moment.
basically
Thank
get a bunch
you.
on the brush, and then you're going to rub it off on there. So get a bunch on
Okay.
the brush.
Wow,
Whoa.
Corax is really off-white.
It is a bit
It's
of an off-white.
grey.
Right, so let's
And
try.
then you're gonna.
So,
you can
we may as
be
well
quite
just
rough.
shout
You don't have to be delicate with this. This is going to be a very sort of like
Let's just
slappy
get a
kind of.
load of
I'm
that.
slapping.
You want to keep some on there, so that's probably
So
good like
tap
that.
some of that
Okay.
into
And then
your.
hold the mini in your other hand.
Get most
What I
of it
would
off.
recommend, use the table and brace your hands. So you get a nice stick.
really vigorously.
Yep.
Get rid of almost all of
And
it.
then with that, you're going to start basically just over the
that'll probably
light areas, kind of
And then
dragging
really-
the brush back
really
and forward.
lightly.
Like if you look at what Simon's doing there, like that. And you want to do it on like areas that the light's going to hit. So,
what you'll probably
shoulders, top of
see
the
is
head,
just a
top of the
little bit
gun,
going
that
onto
kind
the
of thing.
Okay.
And just you can be quite rough. You don't have to be gentle. You can drag it back and forth.
And what you can do if you want to be sort of, I guess a bit more advanced, quote unquote, is you can try and aim for the top part of the model. So
Yeah.
that's nice and bright. And also, I tend to actually try to aim for the top and then also the bottom of the cloak and stuff like that, so you maximise that contrast. Thank you.
Thanks, DJ.
The already tainted Yogs dragging the poor innocents into Warhammer. Yep, that's pretty much what's going on here.
Hey, that's happened a long time ago. There's a lot of people that have kind of gotten into it from since then.
Okay, right. So, with that done, then wash your brush.
Yeah, get it nice and rough, and then you can be.
And now comes sort of the fun bit,
Like, top of these legs here. And
where we get to pick what colours we want to go on which bits. So you've got a high elf there, Briony.
I do. Can he be like emerald and gold?
Whatever colour you like.
Here.
See, the problem I have is because I can't picture stuff, I don't know how things are going to go together until they're done.
That's the good thing with
God.
miniature painting is that at the end of the day, it's a tiny piece of plastic. You're not. You can just
can just
experiment, and if you
eat
don't
it
like
if you
it,
don't like
if you don't
it.
like it, you
brightening
can always
up,
paint over
so
the
then
top of it as
paint's
well.
gonna look brighter in those
Ooh.
areas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is what this contrast paint is.
Okay, okay.
How is Baby doing, Simon? Baby's doing very well. She's doing this
I
thing
have
at
a
the moment.
nay.
My baby is doing great. She's doing this thing at the moment where she wakes up in the morning and she sees either me or my wife and she just beams first thing. And it's literally just the best thing in the world. She did it this morning. I don't know if she's getting better at recognising my face upside down because I come in from that end of the crib.
Those are your contrast.
So those are my contrast paints. We've also got these ones. So we might want to try and keep those separate. So, what colour do you want the
What
cloak
colour,
to be?
so for this guy, what colour?
Oh, I'll show you my what I'm going
got-
for.
Oh,
Emerald,
this is
like
great.
a
Having a reference, having an inspiration.
Yes,
Flesh.
yes. Look
That's
at
quite an
this.
intense one. You might want to dilute that a little bit.
This.
I do quite
Oh, you
like
want to do like
this
a
one.
Maggie,
That's
a
quite
Maggie,
forest-y.
gay man?
It's a bit more muted.
Not a gay man.
McGay, that's his name. That's
McGay man.
no, that's how you actually pronounce his name. It's not people. The Western audience got it wrong and think it's Mega Man. It's me, gay man.
So I'm gonna go to my
That's
next
actually true.
Super Smash Brothers
it?
gathering and be like, guys, I want to play McGay Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna play McGay man. So here you go. So this contrast blue.
Thank you.
So this is probably going to be more like the hard part.
Okay,
blue rather
because
than the
what I'd
soft
suggest,
blue.
I mean, in the movie,
Yes.
rather than
the
this,
armor
it's
is
going to be more
gold.
like the darker blue.
So sort of
okay.
think about the contrast. with
But
that.
we can do like the lighter blues. Like
So you're
we can
thinking,
mix
and then we've got a
that stuff
sash
like
as
that.
well
Okay.
in the middle.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like someone says,
Red
you want to like
stands
start
out
looking
with
at the
gold,
model.
doesn't it?
Okay, so why don't we do the sash red?
I don't want to just pop
Yeah,
it.
no, you, it's
So
your,
that's Blood Angel's
tear.
red, which is a little less saturated.
Oh, I have to shake
And
it.
then we've got
You do.
Bile red, which is really bright.
Oh, yeah,
It's
let's
fine.
do that one.
Everything's going well.
So I think you can apply that one straight from the.
I just picture it going.
Yeah.
Oh, that has
Jaw
happened.
right over
That does
Briony.
happen to people from time to time.
So you have to tear because it's got these little plastic teeth. So it does.
Oh,
take a
it's
bit of
never been
force.
opened
Would
before.
you
It's
say
brand new.
Oh,
that
I
was
see
a
the
small
teeth.
detail?
So let's have a look at the size of these.
Guys,
I've
it's
not
fine.
actually looked at
It's fine.
these. You can take the little condoms off.
It's fine.
Oh wow, that's actually a pretty fine.
Oh, I knew it.
Personally,
It's
I'd
fine.
always lean
It's fine.
towards the.
That's what you got that
Actually,
for.
no, for contrast, use the big one.
Perfect.
It's
And
okay.
So
then
with
It's just a
contrast,
little
you generally
paint
want to
on
have
the
a bit
hands.
more paint.
Oh!
Mark, I invite you to.
Dude, it was like poured in. I did not see it was all. I just shut it.
May I have paper towel, please?
Which paint is it? by the way?
Yeah, we got more paper towel. It's the blue. It's the
Talisar blue.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Is it?
Is that one of mine?
Is it
Oh, no, my
permanent?
One of the
Talisar
new
blue is
ones,
here.
yeah.
Oh, thank God, it's
Is
not my
it
fault.
permanent paint?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's on until you die. That's a birthmark now.
Oh shit. I'm like a blue man. I'm a Smurfette.
Okay, so Bryony's putting some Bile red on the sash of her model.
I did not realise you had got it all like on the back bit.
I didn't put nothing
Well, no, as in,
nowhere.
like the paint had gone on there.
I
not you.
didn't
I
do
mean it to
nothing
be
or
you.
nowhere, nothing. Okay,
No way, no how.
Right.
this is a
For
dangerous
those at home, I'm working
game.
on Prince Imrahil of Dol Amroth. I'm just going to start putting some blue down.
I'm working on.
So when you look at
This
this
one.
guy,
Yes.
so like someone was saying,
Yeah.
you want to look at the areas that you want to be blue because you want to have some areas that aren't. You don't want to just paint him all blue, right? 'Cause
No.
then that'll create a thing.
Then he'd be
So like
sad.
maybe like the armor pieces, maybe like
Yeah.
the trousers, the boots, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like his face, you want to leave. Maybe the gun you want to slightly leave to be a different color and stuff. But have a
Yeah.
think about like things like these little pouches and stuff.
Yeah.
But think about the areas that you want to be blue, and then you can get cracking on with those.
Okay, I will think. I will think hard, and I will
Think
think
hard,
well.
think fast.
Think fast.
I'm so sorry if I start heavy breathing into the mic. Concentrate. Like, oh.
Someone told me to paint the balls blue. I will.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue balls.
Yep, I'll do that for sure.
The thing I will say about miniature painting is it is absolutely atrocious for your posture.
Yes.
Like, I am
I'm a-
forever in the posture of approximately like a mature
Ew.
bonsai tree.
Yeah, it is gremlin mode, sitting and holding things. Also, lighting does not help as well.
Yeah, we've got some really good lighting here actually. Like at home, I've got a little movable light,
Yeah.
like a USB desk-mounted one, because that's half the battle. I swear, is just being able to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just a stream
see.
of prawns.
A stream of prawns. Yes.
Prawns.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice little prawn.
So what came first, the Warhammer story
Or the war?
or the models of war?
I believe the models came first. There's actually
Okay.
a book that came out recently called Dice Men. That's all about the early
Oh.
history of Games Workshop.
Well, Warhammer specifically, but things like, people would do like little medieval reenactment battles and things like that.
Yeah,
That existed long before Warhammer.
Tin soldiers, Napoleonic stuff.
And
like
that's
course,
actually
of
where
course.
D&D came from. Is originally D&D
Oh.
came from, people had these games where you would play these mass battles.
Yes.
And they had rules, and I think it was called Chainmail. The guys who made D&D created a game called Chainmail, which was more about kind of similar to Warhammer. It was more like, big armies and things like that. And then they wanted to have a game where you would, have rules for the commanders and the special characters, kind of like Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli.
Yes.
And so they started creating a game of that, and then that's what led to D&D, basically.
Oh wow.
Kind of went full circle then, going back to Warhammer being pitched battles with.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to play my own game in MS Paint where I would individually move pixels around and pretend it was armies.
You
I'm
are
pretty cool.
You are adorable.
Oh my goodness. Who won?
Yeah.
No one.
No, not you.
Everyone was a loser in that situation.
Oh my goodness me.
Okay.
How you getting on?
Oh, so good. I'm doing one
Just
boot.
painting? Yep.
Yeah.
Just do the little boot, and that's it. You just start.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's like the summary of what happens in Warhammer?
Oh dear God. Simon, leave that to you.
What's like the short version?
Well, I mean,
there's a guy. He's called the Emperor.
Well, there's different versions of Warhammer though. So you've got Warhammer Fantasy, which was the original one. Then you've got Warhammer 40,000, which is the sci-fi one that you got your soldier from.
Yeah.
And then you have Age of Sigmar, which is like the reboot of Warhammer.
Let's not talk about Age of Sigmar.
I mean,
Sigmar.
the short version is it's all just pretty awful in general.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war
Oh God.
It's just a bit shit all
read by
Oh,
Toby
man.
Longworth.
I'm a pacifist, so I think that's
Oh,
not.
Warhammer is not for you then. Unfortunately. It is it's kind of that story of it's kind of a meme thing, but there aren't
Yeah.
really any good guys in Warhammer.
Oh,
like
no.
everybody's a flavor of bad guy.
Oh,
Some
shit.
guys are worse than others.
Yeah.
But generally it's all pretty bad. And
The orcs are arguably the good guys, I would say.
Of course, you're an orc player. Of course you would.
They're having the best time.
Yeah, by killing everyone and
Their
fighting.
culture. Don't suppress their culture, Mark.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly complex and very ongoing world. So there's a lot of lore and a lot of stuff to delve into if you want
Yeah.
to. But I barely know most of it. Like I don't know very little.
I wonder how many pages of lore have actually been written at this point. It's got to be in the tens of thousands.
I was gonna say like 50.
50,000. Oh.
Though I do have 40,000 pages have been written. Sorry, that was right there and I missed it. Anyway, I have, one time I was at the pub and I was wanting to know Warhammer facts to impress people in situations like this. And so Tom gave me Warhammer facts and I'll read them out now.
You're probably going to know more than I do.
It's 3 facts.
Okay.
That looks fantastic.
And this document in my phone is called 2 Warhammer Fact, but actually there's 3.
Oh, even better.
Oh.
An extra fact.
Here's the first one. Imagine this is just a regular conversation.
Okay.
Imagine that I didn't give you the context that it's on my phone and I'm not reading
Did you
from my
get those
phone.
TPS reports I asked you for?
Oh, what a shame that the Emperor couldn't save Sanguinius.
Sanguinius!
What a shame about it.
Yeah. Do you know who Sanguinius is?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He died for one, right?
He did die.
Yeah.
He did die. It's
He
kind of a
couldn't
big
be
deal.
saved.
Pretty brutal.
Is
But
this
he
the
was a
Warhammer
great guy.
version of like thing about Arsenal is they always try and walk in it?
It is the equivalent of.
Yes.
It's Warhammer. All Warhammer all the time. All the Warhammer every day.
To find out the eventual winner of the Warhammer.
Also, did you guys know that Horus's full name is Horus Heresy?
He truly is the Warhammer 40,000.
It's the-
This is, and then next to it I wrote in parentheses, a meme.
This is a meme. Good meme. Good meme.
Good
Top
meme.
Thank you,
Top
thank
meme.
you. And my last one is, also, the Emperor's real name is Jimmy Spaceman.
Yes.
Neoth, actually for real.
That's-
In an obscure book once. Did you not read the black? And I wrote whatever, because Tom said something I couldn't remember, so I wrote whatever.
Yeah, that's why they're called Space Marines. They're Spaces Marines, technically. We just abbreviate it.
The space between Marines.
Yeah, Spaces, in the same way that we have Land
I don't know
Raiders.
if that's true.
We have Land Raiders, and they're named
It's
after
Arkan Land.
Arkan Land,
Yeah.
and Space Marines are named after Jimmy Space.
Jimmy
I
Space.
thing is, I don't know if that's true or not.
That's legit, that's law. Chat's agreeing.
Well, that's crazy.
So
Now I
dumb.
know, and those are my 2 Warhammer facts.
Well, good facts, excellent facts.
Thank you to Tom Clark for telling me those facts.
Briony's, you put on red on your sash.
Yes.
I generally
Thanks.
I
Good,
tend to
I did
work
one.
In
And then
if
I
you
started
can
saying
so
it.
the inner parts.
Thank you.
I'd suggest
I got
doing the
some
armor
here still.
next.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh, that
we
one
do
went too
have,
high. That's
do we have
okay.
what have we got for the armor? Because we can always make it look like metal without using metallic paint. So there are 2. That's why we actually have 2 things in front of us. Bear with me with this one.
Mixed messages here.
Metals. So Jesus, Simon.
So we have 2 paint pots in front of us as a water pot because there are 2 kinds of paints. You've got acrylic paints that are like natural colours like browns and greens and stuff, and then you have metallic paints like lead belcher, which looks silvery because it's got actual bit flecks of metal in.
Oh.
So normally you'll have 2 pots of water so you can wash your brushes after using a metallic paint in one and then the regular ones in the other one, so that you don't paint, for example, leather and then it's all sparkly.
Oh, but that sounds cute.
You can do that if you want, if that's the effect that you'd like.
Sparkly?
Yeah.
Did someone say sparkly?
So what we
say
can
sparkly
do
over the
is
beyond
we
it?
do have gold paint that we can use for, because I will need to give these a really good shape before we use them. Or we could use something like skeleton horde or snakebite leather and then maybe paint a bit of metallic paint on the top of it to make it look. So why don't you use...
Brown's quite good for that in general, like if you have like a brown under it and then you just do a touch of metallic over the top.
Maybe dark oath flesh?
Dark oat flesh.
Hang on.
Darko.
Darko flesh.
Darko flesh.
The name's Dark oath flesh. Yeah, let's go with that one. Try dark oath flesh over the top of it, and you want quite a bit in the brush so that it flows out. Once that's dry, then we can put some gold paint over the top of it to make it look like it's all gold. But I will
sounds
just...
good.
Okay. After I use this blue, can I use a butterfly sadness to paint the rest of mine?
Oh.
Can I have a little drop of the toxic masculinity?
Red as well. Should I do
Yeah.
the gold
Yeah,
at the
hang on, let me
helmet
just find
first and
toxic
then add red?
masculinity.
Yeah. What
Sort of
color
like
do you think
a-
that
It's
is?
in there with
You can do it
I
as a
hate my
crest
dad
if you like,
brown.
like a
Yeah. And
people are asking for
feminism pink.
a close-up of progress so far. Do you think we can put yours on, Briony?
Absolutely.
Moving your unicorn.
You're pretty funny. You know that?
Thank
All I've
you.
done
kind
is
of funny.
paint a sash.
Republican.
There you go.
poo.
Oh, it doesn't have the light on anymore.
Republican.
Wait, I can.
I don't know.
Trump blonde.
Why don't I have it all?
Trump orange.
Trump orange, yeah, Trump orange.
Oh, these like modern...
What are you talking about? Yeah, these are Warhammer paint colours. Sarah's nailed them all.
Yeah, Rudy Giuliani's melting face.
I
browns.
am the light.
Cream.
Sarah, what
Wax.
have you done so far? You painting little booties?
Yeah, one sec,
Left your flashlight on,
Bryony.
Briony.
Oh.
Bryony, what I've done so far is
I know
read
that
my
'cause I
2
once broke my
Warhammer
leg.
fact. And that's, I haven't done much else.
I mean, your Warhammer facts were very good.
Thank
very
you.
funny. Yeah, Warhammer, especially the Warhammer 40k universe, there's so much lore. Like, I don't even know it. And I've been playing this game my entire life. And I barely know most of the lore. Because also all the different factions, like, as a kid, I was very much an Eldar player, and so I know a little bit more about the Eldar than I know, say, about Space Marines. But now I'm starting to, read some of the Space Marine stuff, and I know a little bit more about that now. And,
Yeah.
Sanguinius. Oh, the sons of Sanguinius.
I know him.
He's a very pretty angel man.
Oh,
He's like a...
Oh, like
Jesus.
like
It's a bit like
from,
Santa in a way.
What's the one from Final
They
Fantasy?
have Sanguinalia instead
Sephiroth.
of Christmas.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a set that's visually, because he's blonde hair, isn't he? He's got this kind of very classic,
Definitely not
angelic,
a vampire.
definitely not a vampire.
Oh, is he? Definitely not.
He dies so violently that all of his sons for the rest of time go a little bit mad.
Because
That's
they
awful.
have visions of him dying, basically.
Oh,
So yeah, you get this thing. That's the Black Rage,
Black
isn't it?
Rage.
Which is they will just. It's like imagining like a shark's eyes rolling back, and they'll just be like, "Oh, fuck you, Horus!" And then this poor guardsman in front of them is just like, "What?"
Are
As they
you
get turned
okay?
into a red mist.
Oh, geez, not a red mist.
Yeah.
That's
I
awful.
feel like the curse of the House of Atreus.
Is that from Dune?
No, that's Greek mythology.
Oh, I thought you were saying
That's Atreides.
Atreides. Well, here's the thing. I have the book, but I want to wait till the second movie comes out and watch it and then read it.
I have to admit, the first Dune movie, there's a section of about half an hour in the middle of it that's as close as we're ever going to get to a Hollywood 40k movie.
Okay, I thought you were
Like-
going to say something that you didn't like it, and I was like, that is
No, I
one
loved
of my
it. But
favorites.
I mean, it's not exactly a spoiler. It's in the trailer that there's an attack, like an orbital attack on the planet.
Yes,
and
yes.
It's
It's
just
so
40K.
good. It's so good.
It's the way that the void shields around the craft get filled with the explosion and then burst like a bubble.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
So there hasn't been any movies or television shows?
there have. there is an Ultramarines movie that
it's like
it's about 90 minutes long, and it has an insane cast. It's got like Terrence Stamp in it, John Hurt's in it.
Oh, where was it? Was it in the
Dan
theaters?
Abbott wrote it? No.
was it animated?
Yeah, it's all animated, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they've gotten better. So recently, Games Workshop have gotten into like doing animations. They do it on their own like TV platform. But they've done one called Pariah Nexus, which I think is actually excellent.
Yeah.
There's also Astartes, which is a fan
Astartes,
project.
which is a fan project that got picked up.
Okay.
But they also,
Yes.
Henry Cavill is doing a Warhammer TV show with Amazon.
Oh.
And Henry Cavill is like
okay.
famously known. He's a big Warhammer nerd. He
Yes.
loves
Big
like
Custodes fan.
big Custodes, big Space Marine, big Horus Heresy stuff. And he's working on a TV show with Amazon. It's all been greenlit now. Like it's all been officially announced. And I do wonder if that's going to lead to a lot of people getting into it because very much like The Witcher and everything else.
It could be the same
because
thing.
this is starting to dry out a little bit.
Oh, sorry,
We'll just
I'll close
No,
it.
sorry. So you close it and you give it a shake.
Oh, okay.
And then it will just refresh it, and then you can get like
Thank
a load
you.
of new fresh paint. Because if you're struggling to get it on the miniature, that should flow really easily. It should like you dip it in and it just goes straight on.
Being very precise.
Yeah, this could be the moment for Games Workshop that was like Iron Man was for Marvel.
Yeah.
In 2008.
Oh,
Depending on how well
yeah.
it does and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it all depends who they give as a showrunner.
True. Ooh.
but I think he's producing
exec,
and
I think,
executive
yeah.
producer. Yeah, so
Cool.
he knows this shit. So
And you also saw what happened with The Witcher, and I imagine he's learned from that experience.
Yeah.
He was there, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
he was there.
Oh my gosh. Though, first thoughts, what do you think about Jennifer Coolidge in the live action Minecraft movie?
Is there a Minecraft movie?
This is all new information
And
to
guess
me.
who's
What?
guess okay, if you know you can't
plays
say.
Steve?
Don't okay. I was
Chris
gonna
Pratt.
say
Chris
okay,
Pratt.
guess. It's not Chris Pratt, unbelievably. It's better.
Tom Holland.
Don't look at the chat. No.
Who?
Vin Diesel.
No.
Bill Nye.
No!
Who is it?
Jack Black!
Oh, Steve.
Oh my god,
That's actually kind of amazing.
Officially announced. And Jennifer Coolidge is gonna be in it too.
Movie. Is it animated?
I don't know. I think it's
I
live
want those
action, but I
diamonds,
don't think so. It can't be live action, or else it would just be life.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Or are they going to do it like the Lego
Skeletons.
movie, where you have like the bits in game and then it turns out it's in a game?
Yeah. Do you know? I think we talked about this. I thought the D&D movie was going to be like that, where at one point it goes like whoa, 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 and it's like people around a table.
Yeah.
Scheduled
Playing the
A lot of
game.
people thought it was.
I wish. I thought that would have been so good. But
Yeah.
good movie, really good movie otherwise.
I haven't
But
seen it. I still need
It's,
to watch
my
it.
God. You've gotta watch it, it's
genuinely
great.
good. Like they
on Netflix.
captured the heart of D&D very well in it. Like
Yeah.
there were moments in it where when I watched it, I laughed out loud because it was so true to what D&D can be. I was just like, that's just like real D&D.
literally.
And it was actually very good. And I feel like because I got the cool thing of I got to like chat with some of the cast and stuff. at the thing.
Okay. Oh.
Well, we got to do a cool thing, and like you could tell that Chris Pine and who's the lady that plays the barbarian? What's her name?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, but she's
She's
great.
in Fast and Furious and stuff.
Yeah. I can't believe you met Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
So that means you're 1 degree,
I'm 1 degree.
2 degrees from Harry Styles.
Oh right, okay, sure. God, it's
Oh, you're like that as
it's
well.
like another world.
2
It's like
degrees
sitting
from
next-
Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Who? I actually don't.
Well, no,
I
no.
don't know who that is.
Florence
She's the pouty lady
Pugh.
from the Swedish horror film.
Midsummer, and she was
Midsommar.
in Little Women, directed by Greta Gerwig.
She's in the MCU. She's Black Widow's sister.
She's gonna be in the new.
Oh, yeah, I know Black Widow's sister. Yeah, Yelena.
Gotta speak his language.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be the princess in Dune as well. The
Okay.
new one.
Arlan?
I don't know.
Chris Pine, lovely guy.
Wow.
Really loved it, and you could tell that he fucking loved D&D.
Yeah.
So apparently, his he has like a cousin, and his
Yes.
cousin regularly plays D&D, and like apparently has like new crit roll and new high rollers and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
And
Wow.
he basically, Chris Pine went to his cousin when they were asking him like, do you want to be in this movie?
Yeah.
And his cousin was obviously like, yeah, you've got to do it.
Oh,
And
cool.
he ran a game for Chris Pine and his family so he could get a feel for it.
Oh, fun.
And he said that like he fell in love with it immediately. He was like, "This is an acting.
That's the- if
This
you're
is
an
an
actor,
actor.
how could
He
you
was
not
like-
love
yeah,
it?
I was
exactly.
gonna say the thing too. It's just like an improv exercise,
Exactly.
isn't it?
And so he was just totally sold on it.
Yeah.
And then apparently when they did the filming, they got the whole cast together and did a game of D&D as their characters before they started filming.
And like, I feel like that's a prerequisite,
yeah,
right?
It feels like it's such a no-brainer thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, really, really fun. And like, you could tell that like the whole cast seemed to have a blast sort of making it and stuff, which I think really
It comes across. You can definitely tell.
Yeah, you can tell when somebody's just there to get a paycheck. Like Jeremy Irons in the 2001 D&D movie famously did it to redo his kitchen.
Oh, iconic a little bit.
Literally said it in an interview.
A little bit iconic.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing. He came in, apparently he would come in, film his scenes. As soon as they called cut, he would leave, not speak to anyone, go straight back to his trailer.
That's literally like how I imagine Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones, like 4.5.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's like, when will they kill Indiana Jones? Please, God.
No. That's what I mean. That's, he did
Got his wish in Star Wars.
Yeah, he was like, I'll be in the movie, but only if you kill me, George.
Literally.
Listen, I don't want to be in these fucking Star Wars movies anymore. I hate them. Where's Chewie?
Literally. Oh my God.
I don't know his name, I just call him Chewie. You gotta do this if you're doing a Harrison Ford impression.
Yeah.
Everything's like this, you understand?
It's just like me and my, basically, so my wife is a Spanish teacher. She speaks fluent Spanish and French. I understand a fair bit of spoken Spanish, but I can't speak it. So we have these conversations that are like Han and Chewie, where it's like she's speaking Wookiee to me, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but what do you want me to do about it? And it's just like, I just feel like Han Solo every time.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's funny.
It is.
You're a funny guy.
Are you making fun of me?
No.
How dare you?
Right, Briony, where are you at? What's happening?
Sarah, being around you makes me feel younger.
Oh, thanks.
You're dragging
Oh my
him
gosh.
down. is
Should
what
we
you're saying.
talk about my favorite TikTok
so
trends of the
do
moment?
you want to put that on the turntable just so people
Okay.
can see? So, Briony's at the point where she's put some contrast on the armour. And what I
where's
suggest we
that?
do is, so that's now looking brown.
That looks good.
Briony! This is supposed to be noobs know nothing. You're putting me to shame.
She's our ringer.
She's already done a couple of things.
Oh,
So what I suggest we do is to try and give that the effect
fuck.
of gold.
Thanks. I'm making a few mistakes.
I've got some auric armour here.
You can go back over.
Let's put a little
Okay, good.
and we'll dilute it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm
And we
like,
can use it as
that
highlights.
shouldn't
We'll
have
use
been
the
up
smaller
there.
brush for this.
All right.
I think
It's
it's
really bright. What I
disastrous.
Go back over it.
is
Okay.
basically in the middle, say on the legs.
I'm making a Mega
Feel like a
Man.
swoop of it, so that you're going from like dark in the recesses to
Man.
brighter in the middle. But let's just add a bit of water. So normally acrylic paints straight out of the pot are a bit too thick. So we dilute them slightly with water or Lamia medium. So there we go. So they always say that the texture that you look for is like milk. But I don't drink milk. I'm
Yum.
vegan, so it's not very helpful.
Yeah. Do you know I drank a glass of milk on our Zelda stream the other day?
Yeah.
Because I wanted some milk.
I just wanted some milk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did. Sorry, Briony. Sorry, Simon.
Okay, that's all right.
Sorry, vegan.
My wife is
Cows.
very non-vegan, so I'm used to it. Right, I'm gonna. Oh, fuck it. Let's try and do a bit of NMM in a second.
M&M?
Yeah, he's gonna sing Rap God. Take it away, Simon.
Oh, jeez.
I thought I was
I'd
thinking
rather
about
actually
the
try and do live
candy.
NMM. That's true. So NMM, sorry, we've referenced this a couple of times.
Yeah.
Normally when you paint metals, you use a metallic paint. So like it's got gold or silver flecks in it or whatever. But you can also approximate how it works in regular painting where you use yellows and browns for gold and greys and whites and blues for silver. It's one of those things that it can look really good from certain angles, but it's not as general as like using metallic paint.
Yes.
And it's slower.
It's slower, and it's a bit of an advanced technique. Like I've never really done non-metallic metals because it scares me, frankly. So and also like I would say these days, like if you use like the Games Workshop Retributed Gold and things like that, it looks really good. Like with a quick wash, it looks really good. So for me, because that's the thing as well is like you can paint to like these incredibly high standards if you want to. If you just want to get paint on models so you can play some games, you really don't have to go anywhere close to that level of like.
It all
you know,
depends on what
ability.
you're going to use the models for.
Yeah. And what you find fun as well, like what is personally, like some people like the challenge of like, I want to make this model look as good as I can possibly make it.
Yeah.
And then some people are just happy to get paint on it and, you know, not have piles and piles of plastic in their house.
Because if you're playing in a tournament,
Yeah.
there is a penalty if you don't play with all painted miniatures.
Oh, really?
But the idea of painted is 3 colours on the model and it's based.
Yeah, it's got like color on the
It's
base.
based.
So it's not, as long as you're playing with nothing cringe,
But-
you're fine. But so it's not exactly a high standard. Whereas I'm the second kind of person who loves doing things and getting as much detail on as possible. So
Yeah, I like it.
my ambition is this decade I want to win a golden demon.
Oh,
wow.
a golden demon.
Yeah, that's like the top tier.
So I'm nowhere near at the moment.
So how would that go? Where did these golden demons happen? Where are they located?
They're all over the world. There's one in the UK. It's been at various places. It's been at Games Day. It's been at Warhammer Open Day in Nottingham.
Okay.
But basically, there'll be one in your country.
Yes.
Actually, there's more than one in the US. And
yeah.
you'll America number one.
America!
America.
And you turn up and there are different categories. You'll have like, they've actually changed them recently a bit controversially. So they divided them by game systems. So there's like Blood Bowl now has its own category.
Oh no, no.
And
Sorry.
it's like talking to my wife. It seriously is.
Oh my god, no way!
You're
that.
kidding me.
Different categories.
No!
Get a load of this guy.
Yeah. See,
Blood Bowl? Oh!
we joke, but if I would talk this way about like the Golden Globes, it's like if they put things in a category, I'd be like, how could they? How could they put May December in the comedic category at the Golden Globes?
Was it The Martian was technically in the musical or comedy category?
Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of comedy. Yeah, I kind of see that.
Kind of, yeah.
You
It's a
might
tough-
like
but
Blood
yeah, sorry,
Bowl.
continue.
It's sort of
So-
like American football. You
Yeah,
might
Blood Bowl
like
is
it.
the combat version of American football.
Yeah.
So you have a
It's like
team.
elves
There's
and
combat
dwarves.
in America.
Yeah,
there
but
is.
you can kill people in this.
Oh,
I mean,
you can kill in real life.
Yeah, if you table a guy, you're legally allowed to kill him.
Oh God! Where do you guys do this in like the
Back
Bermuda
alleys.
Triangle?
It's like Street Countdown.
Yeah.
We actually do tend to talk about it.
what you do is they get an aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
And they go out to international waters, and then
Yes.
no laws apply. You can do what you want.
Oh,
Yeah. Money
who was I talking to about aircraft carriers in international waters?
That's a very specific. Very
I think it
specific.
was a dream I had.
It was a-
This
you know
was
when
revealed to me in a
you know, if
dream.
you have a dream, you should go on the Comfort Zone podcast and talk about it.
I don't very often, so I try not to.
What, go on our podcast?
Yeah, well, no, have dreams
Just don't have them.
and goals. Yeah,
Yeah, same.
aspirations. But yeah, so you want the Golden Dragon in Nottingham?
So yeah, for in this country, it involved going to one of the events that GW runs in Nottingham.
Yes.
And I'd enter. The idea that I'd really like to do, which feel free to try and snipe me if you want, is do a squad of Grey Knight Terminators in the squad category, but have them in a pentagram as if they've just teleported in.
Cool.
And you have like
Do
between
like
them you have the
OSL and
lines.
stuff, yeah.
So what I do is if they've just teleported into a demon world, so they're lit from below by red. So you've got like a white sky, red from underneath.
Yeah, that'd look epic.
So if I can pull it off, it will look great. But that's hundreds of hours of effort. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, this is the first time I've painted since my daughter was born. So not sure I'm going to get very much painting time in the next couple of years.
Well, you've got 10 years, you said, so you.
Yeah, I've got
plenty of
6
time.
now. 2024. Some would say it's too soon.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see this decade. Okay. But I mean, I think your orcs were amazing. The tropical
you are
orcs.
very good painter.
So how did those not win?
I'd never put those in because
Never?
they're good from a distance, but when you actually compare them to other people that paint a competition standard, it's
You'd be
it's
highly
really
embarrassed.
different.
I don't agree.
Like the freehand I did on one of them, I painted the 3rd edition artwork of Black Templars on the back of one of them, which took a couple of hours.
Cool.
And I'm happy with that, but yeah, it's not something I'd put into a competition. I'd have to do something from scratch.
Okay.
And maybe that's another idea I had. I might just do another one of my surfers and just
make it really.
make it really good.
Yeah.
He's only
So do you come from an artistic background, or is this how you learned to do paint and things? Painting?
No, I don't have any artistic qualification. My art teacher at GCSE tried to shame me into doing GCSE art.
Really?
shame you in.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I was in year 9 and she picked up a piece that I was working on and was like, come with me, marched me into an A-level classroom and was like, this kid doesn't want to do GCSE art, and held up my thing, and I was just there squirming at the
Oh,
front.
so it's a compliment.
It was a compliment. I was just like, oh, miss, I don't want to do it.
I see.
I want to do science. I'm going to be a doctor.
Yeah. I couldn't pick. Okay, I must have mentioned this on streams before. I couldn't pick
Wait, you're a doctor?
which. No, I've never mentioned it. I couldn't pick which subjects I wanted to do at GCSE, so I couldn't choose between geography and history, so I did geography in my spare time,
So you can sign it up.
and then took the exam at the end of the 2 years.
You don't need to be too precise.
Okay.
And that it should dry pretty quickly as well.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I realised I'd missed a bit of the brown, so I was just filling that
Well, you're not
in.
supposed to get all the brown. You know, you want to leave a bit behind, so there's that contrast.
Oh.
So Simon, what did you study in university specifically?
Misery for the most part.
Same dude, oh my god, same major.
So physics. So
Physics.
I did 4 years of physics at Oxford, and that involved basically all the big branches, and then you specialise in fourth year. And I did theoretical, which was quantum field theory, and
So did
atmospheric.
did you study the climate science separately, or was it like, was it part of it?
So there was a little bit of climate science in our second year module on thermal physics, but actually
Cool.
not that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was more something that you just learn, because my PhD was in atmospheric dynamics, so it's not.
okay.
It wasn't about the climate per se, it was about how air moves around.
Yeah.
But whenever you do anything in atmospheric science, there's always an angle of climate in there, and you just kind of learn by osmosis.
Oh, cool.
I'd honestly probably learn much more about the climate crisis and kind of from every angle really after I finished, because it's been what I've been doing for SciComm than I actually did during my degree.
Right. Wow.
You're a proper grown-up.
Yeah, you're like a smart guy and shit.
Yes.
Well, I don't know, I don't feel it a lot of the time.
Yes, because my fun fact is I minored in environmental science in university, and I studied climate law.
Climate law?
Yes, I did, because I thought if I don't get to do a fun job,
Yeah.
that would be my backup. Was
Hey, it's
to
good
do
to have a
writing
backup.
for that. Yes, because I thought I did a lot of. I studied English literature, but I found it was too. I don't know which right or left brain, but it was too much of, like, reading, writing, talking like critically, and I was like, I need analytical thought in my life, where it's just like learning how to write, plain and simple. These are the facts.
Yeah.
So that was quite interesting.
Come on, Murray.
See, I never went to university.
Oh my god.
Honestly, dodged a bullet there, Mark.
Yeah.
I got
all
very
the
lucky
jet
in
that
my-
I am enrobed in.
Well, I kind of got very lucky in my life because I was originally going to do drama school. Like, that was where I was going to go, and I had a few drama schools lined up, and it was going to be very expensive because I couldn't get a lot of grants and things like that.
Yeah.
But my parents were like, well, if you really want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And I got too kind of scared. I was just like, it's going to cost my parents so much money. And, you know, I'd gone to the open days and the interviews, and having that realization of like, oh, I was a really good actor in my little Essex school, but now I'm amongst peers and
Playing with the big boys now.
you're playing with the big boys now, and just like, oh, I was a big fish in a small pond, and now I'm a pretty regular sized fish in the ocean.
I'm just a fish.
Now I'm just a fish. So I kind of backed out of it, and I was just lucky that I had some friends of mine who were working for Jagex RuneScape at the time, and they were like, hey, we've got job openings, like, do you want to, you know, come and, you know, try and get a job here, and then you would be, you know, you could live with us and stuff. And that's kind of where I went to, but I got very lucky to go into that, because my whole life I'd basically been gearing up to do performing arts and drama and like, you know, that kind of work.
Yeah, which I argue you do.
Which is what you've ended up doing.
Which is what I have ended up doing. But again, that was like very much a, you know, I went into video games and I was doing community management, which I honestly was terrible at. I don't think I was a very good community manager.
No, you are my forefather at this institution.
You're the sanguineous.
The sanguineous. I'll take it.
You're
I'll
the
be
sanguineous
sanguineous.
to my horse heresy.
Yeah, no. Actually, no.
Not sure you want to.
No. I think that's appropriate. There, Sarah brutally murderized me, and then no, I'm joking.
Huh?
No. But yeah, so I did that, and then obviously that led me to come in and being the CM and social media for here, and then it was luckily they, you know, it was like, hey, do you want to do a D&D show? I was like, yeah, because I'd done a few, because I'd appeared on the Jingle Jam a couple of times, just doing some odd like streams here and there, and I did the Star Wars stuff with Hat Films, and I think people were like, oh, he's actually kind of good at this.
I still think about that Ewok character that Trot plays. I think it was a great character.
It was great. Those were fun streams. I miss doing that stuff. But yeah, so I never went to university. I was very, like, I got like good grades in things like math and science and things like that, but I definitely had no passion for it. Like, I was all creative subjects all the time. Art, drama, everything like that.
Briony, let's get a sit rep. How are we doing? So, do you want to work that on the turntable? Because that's looking pretty. What you've gone there is some really nice kind of grimy. It's almost like the elves in the marshes.
So much.
Elbow on the table, which will help. Yeah, just balance yourself on that.
On my screen,
I think TJ may be playing on his phone.
No. No, he would never do that.
Let's have a look.
TJ. He might have abandoned us. Now there is donut day in the office today, so he could be.
I
going
see.
for a
I hear him
well-deserved-
running over. I think.
Donut in mouth. So what you've gone for then?
working
Yeah,
on?
it's quite a grimy.
Just trying to get
So
like more of the
let's see if we can get this
I
model.
have done.
Yeah. Oh,
I think I'll
There we
be done
go.
this blue.
Okay.
And then I'll do
There
the
you go.
light blue for
So yeah,
all the rest.
it's a
So on the
really
gun,
nice effect that
I'd
you've
say
gone for
maybe
there. I
leave,
really
the
like
foil
it.
bit at the top.
Yeah.
And do like the base
So this
area of the gun.
what
Yeah.
you're missing
Ooh, the
is the
top can be
cloak.
red.
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking. That's like normally where the
It's
plastic foil
trousers,
goes.
yeah.
So let's see if we can get. So pick your block color. Oh, and
took me
the
back to
bow's
the New
going to be
York
brown.
Times.
I'm guessing.
Quiz of it.
So get some block colors in
Yeah.
there, and then what we can do is an oil
But it
wash
will
that's going to
flow
make it
quite neatly.
really.
So again, if it kind of dries out like this,
Oh, I
just close
see.
it.
Do you reckon it will look weird if I go for a green skirt?
Fine.
No,
Fine.
I think green is.
You shouldn't do that again.
I
yeah.
heard that
We've got
story
orc flesh. We've got gut
Oh.
ripper flesh. Give that one a good
clammed
shake
me.
before you use that one.
It should flow.
Thank you very much.
You could, with this paint, you can almost. paint
I'm
it
gonna
directly
try
from
the
pot.
oak.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
I
don't-
might
you don't
have to
need
put
do
something
it,
over the top
Okay,
to
cool. Thank you.
darken it, but
What time is it too? Okay.
So it's an additive process, remember. So whatever you do, if you don't like it, you can always do something to it afterwards.
I will.
Oh, what?
I shall. And I shall.
you mean I can go back on my regrets?
So, Simon, are you working on like an army at the moment, or are you just doing bits and pieces where you can?
So I've been painting some terrain. That's the one thing I have
Ooh.
been painting. I got some amazing laser cut kits from Tabletop Combat.
Tabletop combat. Yeah.
They're really, really good. So I've been enjoying doing those.
How do you have the patience to paint terrain? I
I do it
find it
so quick.
so boring.
Use sponges. I spray them and I use
yeah.
sponges and then
That's a good
literally
idea,
done.
actually.
I think I painted the whole city ruin set, which is like, I don't know, 10 ruins.
Yeah.
About 2 hours tops.
Oh wow. Okay.
'Cause,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it felt like cheating. I was
Yeah.
like, because you spray them black and then you spray them with like grey from an angle from above.
Yeah.
So you get some
Get some like yeah.
sponge in some colour variation, and then with the floors, I just like painted them. Some of them are checkerboard, some of them are just red or whatever.
Shit. Okay.
And it's done. Like it was so
Damn.
quick.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. I've been doing a series which people can watch. I have a second channel, Simon
Oh.
Clark Errata, where I've been doing a series every month, though baby's delayed it, where I do a random Space Marine. So I spin a wheel, that picks the Space Marine chapter, and then I spin another wheel, and that picks the style. So the last one I painted was a white scar in the style of Richard Gray. I've done an all non-metallic metal Ultramarine. I've done a John Blanche inspired Salamander. I'm doing an Imperial Fist this month.
Imperial fist.
Imperial fists.
Yeah,
Sons of Dawn.
not Simon Clark Erotica. That's a very different
That
channel.
to be honest, I
I'd
did
sub.
think you say that.
I'd sub to that
You said
channel.
It's my OnlyFans. I do have an OnlyFans link on my
Stop.
my link tree.
Simon.
If you click it, you are obliged to donate some money. However,
To your OnlyFans.
yes, that's
Yeah.
what it is. That's it.
No, we call it a battle pass now, please.
The battle pass.
Yeah.
Right, what color am I going to do here?
Fortnite.
Fortnite, which I actually have been enjoying recently. It's actually quite fun to play.
Oh, I need to play some of it. Can you get the Ariana Grande skin still?
They rotate it around, so it's like you have to wait. It will be like Goku for a bit, and then you can get.
I assumed you meant it rotated on the character.
No.
model.
The shop, you have to wait to,
Okay.
Are you going to get Peter Griffin? Are you
don't
going to
want
get Goku?
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't want.
Wild. It's absolutely
Amazing.
wild that this is a thing.
I know.
Just kidding.
But like, so me and Kirsty and a few others have kind of gotten into it. I haven't played in a while, but I know Kirsty's been playing it a lot. But like, it's one of those things where for so long I was like making fun of Fortnite, and then they have this like no build mode.
Oh yes.
And
Yes.
I played it and I was like, oh my god, this is actually quite fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like you're yelling things like, Peter Griffin down the hill, kill him.
That's.
Oh, we got a Tony the Tiger coming up. Go get Tony the Tiger.
I seem to remember when Fortnite first came out. I don't think it was like a multiplayer. It wasn't.
No,
what it's
it was like
become.
a sandbox Minecrafty kind
Yeah.
of like base defense kind of game.
Because I think the
Yeah.
Yogs, like Simon and Lewis, did a video on it
Really?
when it first came out, and I was like, might pass on this one. I don't think this one's got legs in it.
Well, because it didn't.
At the time, it didn't. No.
Yeah, that game mode didn't, and then PUBG took off with the battle royale,
yeah.
and then Fortnite would like, we'll do a battle royale, and then that was it. That was like history was made effectively.
Just imagine being an early adopter.
But you say this now, Simon. What if
early
Warhammer did a collab with Fortnite, and you could run around as like
As
Horus?
Cragulon Orc-face.
Horus beating up Peter Griffin,
Yeah.
like the chicken fight.
Can you imagine?
Jesus Christ.
What are you saying? You're just saying words.
Nebranus.
LeBron James.
Not Nebron James.
So here's a fun thing, like
LeBron James.
if you do Warhammer quite often, a lot of people will do like they'll name characters, like they'll come up with their own special characters and
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one thing I was going to try and build a Space Marine to try and paint, because I was going to try and do a JoJo themed Space Marine army, so all like purple and gold.
Because the
and it'd be
custodians
like,
have already got that.
yeah, but I want to do it as like deep dark purple, like proper, and then it'll be like Captain Jotaro, and then like come up with like
cool.
special character names and stuff for them.
You get the.
So you can have like an Ariana. You could do a Sister of Battle and have Sister Superior Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Sister Superior Grande.
They've got the Exorcist. They've got the musical instruments. They've got noise marines even.
So one of the
that,
reasons
love
I
that.
love the Sister Battle is one of their tanks.
Yes.
Because they're very religious, very like church nuns kind of thing.
Yeah.
One of their tanks has a organ, like a church organ that fires rockets out.
My God, that's like Mad Max.
Yeah,
Yeah, it literally
there's
is.
there's a strong element of Mad Max.
Such a good model as well.
Yeah.
How are you meant to get up their skirts?
Normally you sort of talk to them for a bit first.
Yeah, take them out for dinner.
It's always important to get their consent before you try. So I'd recommend angling the model.
Oh.
The other thing I would say, and
Angling
again, this comes down to like what your thing is, if you think about how often are people going to see up that, like how often are
That's
people going to see parts of that model?
Yeah.
Right? You can do it if you really like, again, like you want to make a really like Simon does, like really detailed, beautifully done thing. There are quite a few of my models where like inside like cloaks, if it's really hard to reach, I just won't do it, or I'll paint it a base color and then just leave it, or like do it black, and then nobody can see it, right?
In the shadows.
Yeah, exactly.
In the shadows.
Okay.
In the shadows.
Ball. Let's try it.
Okay.
Right. So.
How you getting on here,
I
right?
think I'm nearly there.
So
I
yeah,
missed
Briony's
it.
at the point where you're doing the skirt at the moment, then we've got the cape and the bow. So we're not too far off being able to sort of get colours on everything, and then maybe we can do a bit of.
That's crazy. Look at, oh my God, I have not moved on from my first color yet.
Well, there's two ways of
be
doing it.
honest.
I mean, what you're doing is really meticulous with a small brush.
Yes. Thank
Whereas
you.
there's a speed versus accuracy
slapping it
trade-off.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's like, again, it's like going back to that thing of like, you can always, that first base layer, you can always go over and tidy up, right? Like,
Okay, I will.
if you go over it. But also, if you feel more comfortable being meticulous and like taking your time, like I'm a very slow painter.
Yes, I am too.
Like I prefer to try and be as neat as I possibly can, so that I have less work to do in the long run, even though that probably doesn't make sense. It's probably faster to just slap
I need to
it.
get a light on that really.
Yeah, it's okay. Ooh.
Maybe in the break we can. Oh yeah, you've got a torch. From the side probably. There you go. There we go. Very Mordian kind of blue.
Yes, and again, the inspiration I'll show.
Wait, what?
The Gay Man.
Me gay man.
Oh,
For anyone who might have
Gandhi.
been-
I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Gandhi in Warhammer. Okay, may I please have a light blue? Ooh, this one?
So that's going to
That's
be
a
more like a
contrast
kind of like pale white.
Do you have like a light blue? I could
So let me see if
partake
Simon's
myself
got
in?
something.
A light blue. We've got Baharoth blue in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Baharoth.
Hoeth blue. I think that's kind of what you're looking for.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you
Or
very much.
like, it's Nighthawk Bloom, or we've got like a more
There's that. There's Thunderhawk blue.
Thunderhawk blue. That looks good.
Yeah.
this one. So you can also mix these as well. So that's going to get us away from contrast, and you're going to be going
this
more
one, I
into.
think.
You want to do Thunderhawk?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Simon's actually got the nicer dropper bottles, which is.
I transferred them all.
Yeah. So you shake it and then unscrew the top.
Yes.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry.
covered in
That
it.
thing
Okay,
like really
Lindsay.
went crazy.
That's okay. I had forgotten about it. It's like, it looks like I'm making a mess. Which I am, to be fair. Oh,
Trot was showing me how you can get new balls as well.
new balls?
You put little silver balls in there to
Yeah,
mix
that should be good.
the paint.
Yeah.
Yes, they're all
Like a
in.
tip, yeah.
Because otherwise, especially metallic paints, it's a nightmare.
And why do I have 2 waters?
So that's the point about having the metallic paints and the non-metallic
Oh,
paints.
okay, of course. Yes. So I'll only use 1 for now. Oh,
yeah, so it should be like that.
Thank you.
You just kind of blip, blip.
Gorgeous.
But yeah, if you need more, just unscrew it and then just do it
Perfect.
from there.
Thank you very much. Next color. It's happening. It's happening.
I'm going to try and do a really speedy job on this.
I'm
You
just
are-
working on my hobby projects that I've had for a while. I'm just using this as a chance to catch up on a few things.
Looking at the table and the fact that we're all just so like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Sophie said,
Yeah, we're
this is-
shrimping it up.
Yeah,
keep it secret, keep
it's all
it
about
safe.
shrimping. I actually have at home where I do my painting on my desk, I try and have it set up so I hunch less.
Yeah.
So I have like my light set up so I can actually kind of sit back a little bit and rest my arms differently. Because I do find that I'm quite old and my back actually quite hurts.
Oh, you're a young man.
Oh, not that young.
Younger.
I think I'm the oldest one
some.
here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the ghosts.
Yeah. Don't be talking to me about no ghosts, okay? I don't want to
Why?
be talking about no ghosts.
What happened?
Because I have experiences,
You have-
okay?
Did you have a
It
run-in?
still
I've
freaks me
had
out. I
run-ins.
still think about your
My
hotel room.
the Lumley Castle experience.
Yeah.
Was it meant to be haunted? Like, did you know in advance that it was meant to be
I
haunted?
didn't know. So the way the story goes is I
Yes.
was at so there's this event called D&D in a Castle.
Yeah.
It's held at Lumley Castle
Very
in
recently,
Newcastle.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, this was actually the time before. So this was
Oh,
last
okay,
year.
okay.
Not last year, the year before. But so I was there doing a D&D thing, and they put me up in one of the castle rooms in this fabulous kind of like
Yeah.
what they called the Queen Anne room.
Oh.
And it's this gorgeous kind of like medieval room, very dark, dark wood, very glamorous, very cool.
Yeah.
And they put me up in this room. And then when we had the sort of like big group dinner before all the players arrived and before everything kicks off, I was asking people like, oh, what room are you in? And people, I was saying like, oh, I'm in this really cool room called the Queen Anne room. And one of the other guests went, you're in the Queen Anne room? Like that? And I went, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, that room, guys don't have a good time in that room. I was like, what do you mean?
What?
And they said, well, and then the castle staff overheard it and went, wait, is he in the Queen Anne room?
No.
And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, oh, we don't normally put single men in the Queen Anne room.
What?
I was like, what are you talking about? So apparently this castle is very famous for having a ghost called Lily of Lumley. And she was like a woman who was basically, she was like a noble woman.
Yeah.
She was murdered by 2 priests.
Oh.
And she was murdered in her bed.
Oh.
And that is and then she was thrown down the well. So
In
she was
that
killed and then she was thrown down the castle well.
Shoot.
And I was like, okay. And they were like, yeah, the Queen Anne is Lily's room. She doesn't like men. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, men tend to have experiences in that room. Women not so much, but men seem to have a lot of experiences. I was like,
no.
for fuck's sake, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I don't really believe it, so it's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
It's like 2 a.m. and I go to bed after like hanging out and chatting with everybody.
Yeah.
And I walk in the room, and first of all, when I say it's like dark wood and it's like all dark reds, it kind of has a creepy vibe.
Well,
Like,
now it does,
Now I'm
right?
like,
Now it
fuck,
does.
okay.
Okay.
I'm like, it's in my mind. I'm like, it's in my mind. I don't
Yeah.
believe it. It's totally fine. There was like a big full length mirror, covered that shit up. Because I was just like, I'm not dealing with that.
Oh,
Just cover that
no.
over. I don't want to see my reflection and think it's something else. So that was completely covered.
Yeah, it's very sensible.
Oh my god.
And I get into bed and I'm laying in bed and I'm just like, just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. There's no such thing. It's fine. And I can't get to sleep. And then about 4 a.m, it just suddenly goes ice cold. And I'm like talking about like completely normal room like this is now to somebody's opened a window and there is a strong icy like flow.
No.
And I'm like, that's weird. It's fine. And I'm like seeing stuff in the darkness. I think I'm seeing movement, but I'm like, it's my mind playing tricks. on
Yeah,
me. It's
you're
my mind playing- Yeah, I'm
tired.
tired, whatever. And I swear, again, this could definitely be my head playing tricks on me, but I'm laying there and I feel this blast of cold. And then I hear like a whisper, just this voice go, get out, like that. like a harsh, like very soft, barely audible whisper. And I just went, yep, okay. I got up, I packed my bags, and I left that room at like 4:35 in the morning. And I went to reception and went, hello, can I have a different room, please?
Yeah, what
And they were like,
that?
well, it was like this older guy, and he was like, what? And I said like, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but like, is there possible that I can change rooms?
Yeah.
And he
They
just
put
went,
another
well, he
top
said,
model.
what room are you in? I'm in the Queen Anne. He went, yeah, we'll change your room, don't worry about it. And I was like, he's like, this has happened quite a few times.
Oh
damn.
my goodness.
And different things. Like,
And the ghost is here now.
I can't, what are you doing?
I want to see people's paint.
Look, I'm making McGay Man.
Yeah, it's me gay man.
Famously,
Mark-
Briony.
That's what Mark's gonna do.
That's what he's called.
Apparently.
I was taught
You learn
well.
the techniques from Simon.
Well, we've not got very far. We've only been going for an hour and a bit, actually.
He told me to buy.
Simon said been teaching
buy
like
them a
very
drink
technical
first.
stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm doing.
Can
a bunch
I
of
have
different
some
stuff.
white to make this lighter, please?
Yeah. Do you have
Most of
my
you talk
correct
about-
white?
We're doing a little bit of NMM on the breastplate, seeing how far I can get with that.
What?
Non-metallic metal.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah.
Boba likes your outfit
So
today.
we'll see
Oh
how
my
far
God,
I can push
thanks,
that.
Good
Boba.
fit. So if you get the brush that you want to use.
Yes, I have.
McGay man.
So how far along
This is-
are we?
I've done his skirt.
This is him.
Excellent
Also,
work.
Mark
See,
sprayed
so
me
do you
with
see the
blue.
contrast there?
The
It's
pot
darker at
had
top
some
end,
and I
brighter at the
closed
bottom.
it and it's
So
sprayed
that's
out.
So this
so,
wasn't
so
my
much.
own doing.
Nice use of
Okay,
blue.
so
Thank
the
you.
cape, you can definitely use the bigger brush
Well,
for the cape.
I'm getting
what colour are
there.
you thinking?
So
Well, it's
if
gonna
you
add.
get the brush that you want to use.
Yeah,
Light
I think
blue?
the brown's a good shot.
A bit of hot pink.
Darker flesh is a bit sort of warmer.
So then it won't look like me gay man.
That'll be for my next one. We've made a unicorn.
Oh.
Added a little horn.
You read that?
I just cut a little space marine knife and glued it on.
Yeah.
Sarah really wanted a unicorn, so I was like, okay.
I
If we
did.
add a bit more.
Okay.
Bye Trot.
Bye.
So if you
bit
get the
more
brush,
Sligo brown.
get it nice and clean.
Yes,
So
yes,
whichever
We
yes,
want to
brush you
load
use,
this on your brush so you make the most of the geometry of the model.
and then try it off.
Fuck off, Mark.
What?
I thought you were laughing at me.
No, I was like, did you see what Sarah's doing to these brushes? It's a crime. Right, and then
Right,
get
so
like a bunch of
so-
white
Yes.
on the brush, and then next to sort of around
So yeah,
here,
get
not
low,
directly on the blue,
maybe a bit more.
and then start adding a little bit of the blue in and mixing it, getting to the shade that you want to get
So yeah,
to.
load of that on your
little bit
brush,
more as
quite
you
thick, and then
go.
paint. And it's going to be more than you think you need.
Okay.
Just keep mixing it until you get to the right consistency that you kind of want.
I think it needs this one too.
Do you want? You can also try adding like one of these ones in or something like that as well.
Oh, yes.
So you see what's happening there? Like it's running into the recesses if you have lots on your brush. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. So make sure you've got loads on the brush when you're doing it. Have you got the white there, Mark?
We're just using it at the moment.
Really
Oh, that's
get some-
way darker.
I should have asked you to pick me
No,
up.
once you actually mix it, so it's just got like a bit of pigment in it. If you actually mix it around and stuff, yeah.
Because this is.
Do you want? Yeah. So the Corax is a little bit off-white.
Thanks.
It's grey, I would dare say.
Yeah, it's more of a grey, like a very pale grey.
And then I can put metallic on top of it.
Yes.
Cool. Oh yeah, this is quite dark. Ah, much better.
Seeing this woman treat her brushes this way is actually making me quite angry.
What do you mean?
You're
What
like,
am I doing? I'm just getting her
Getting her
done.
done.
Getting her done.
Getting her done.
Hating the only way I know how. Rough and tough. Rough and tumbling.
It's like listening to Trapped Under Plastic.
Getting
So
this
I should
into
probably
the
mention that
crevices.
there's a bunch of if people would like to sort of improve their painting knowledge, there's a whole load of podcasts and YouTube channels you can watch. In the Jingle Jam, we actually hosted Midwinter Minis, who's
Yes.
an excellent beginner-friendly channel.
Very cool.
Really good tutorials for like, I'm painting my first mini. This is what this is how you should do it.
Yes.
We got him. We've got channels like Miniac and Ninjon, who are two guys from America. But apart from that, they're lovely. They do quite nice intermediate level content. And then
He just slammed you, dude.
Yes, me so hard.
You
He
get
just kept
slammed.
moving on. He slammed and ran.
and if you want sort of the top end of like this is what's possible,
Then you watch this stream.
then you watch this stream. Obviously, you can watch Richard Gray, who does these. He's like multiple award winner, incredible painter. Does these videos that somehow get like 1,000 views each. It's just like. I don't know why. Or Trevarian, who's an Austrian guy who's won so many Golden Demons, he actually doesn't know how many he's won. He's
Oh my
lost some of them.
gosh.
And then you got like Vince Venturella. Lots of really good recommendations. Sorry, lots of really good channels that you can watch.
Cool. And the Games Night channel.
For all of your crafting needs.
Yes.
Oh, Squidmart as well. Yes, in chat, I'm sure people will put a load of recommendations.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for painting, but like one of my favorite channels, I just want to give them a shout out because I actually just love their content. And they do some painting tutorials and things on their site as well. Tabletop Tactics.
Tabletop Tactics.
I love those guys. I really want to try and work with them this year about doing some cool stuff. So
They do D&D as well, don't they? Well,
They
TTRPG.
do. Oh. But yeah, no, I've really kind of gotten back into Warhammer over the last year. And I really want to start playing it again. Like, I actually really miss playing
Well,
it.
we should set up a gaming day.
Yeah,
I'd love to get another game.
Just,
Gaming
well, also
day.
just like, you know, because then you could have like, we can invite a bunch of people and have like, you know, a table set up out here, table maybe in here, and people can just rotate and chat and play a
hell
bunch of
yeah.
games, right?
Because you can, the Poor Hammer podcast released some trial rules for something called Horde mode, which is like COD Zombies.
Yeah. So you have like
I'd
a few
love
elite
to do
characters
that.
and stuff.
No, you have, each of you has an army.
Oh, okay.
And then you have like a table that you're like, oh, we're all going to play with Tyranids. And then you just generate unit after unit. that comes
Oh,
with
I
you.
see.
So
I thought it would be like you have like a kill team or like a little team of like individuals, and then you have like a horde army, and then it's like see how long you can survive and stuff.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's a bit like that. It's just that you have instead of elite characters, you've got an army.
Yeah.
But I'd love to try that.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds fun.
I believe we just had a message from the studio saying it's about time for a break.
Yeah.
No.
But what wonderful painting has occurred, and what more painting will happen? Well, you'll
I'm
just
probably going to paint
out.
through the stream. I'm not going to lie.
I'm
see
just
the
gonna
break.
keep painting, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't even notice these. Are these candies? Oh no.
No, so that's for the oil wash, which hopefully we'll get to a.
Are these candies?
We pop
these
one of
candies,
these, and then the
Papa?
painting gets really crazy.
Yeah.
Well-
They're special candies.
How wonderful. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. Which flavor should I have, chat? Pink or white? Anyway, time for a break.
Oh,
But
See you then.
thanks for bearing with us throughout the fires and everything. Yes, I am allergic to Warhammer. That's why I was sneezing.
Yeah. Allergic to nerds. Right.
Were you going to say something?
oh, thank you. Come back.
Please.
Don't leave.
Don't leave us.
We'll
Please.
be back in a bit.
Yeah, but we'll
We
see
see
you in
you.
a second. Don't leave us, please.
Bye.
Bye.
Has to ramp up again. It's very distracting. Edit.
Oh. Craft.
Oh, craft. Yes.
Wow, we're still crafting, and thanks for sticking around.
Mark and I literally did not move during the break.
They continued to paint. Briony and I, we got up, we had a little snack, we had a little chit chat, we
a donut.
de-prawned, and now we're back in the shrimping position, learning how to do this. What's this, you might ask, if you're like me and would never know? It's Warhammer. It's apparently a war where hammers are in space with Jimmy and
Jimmy Spaceman.
Sanguinius.
Space. And well, not anymore.
Not anymore, no more Sanguinius. What are we working on? Let's go around,
Yes.
perhaps, and do a little check-in.
Briony, do you want to show the
Oh,
class what you've
yeah.
been working on?
So this is my little guy.
Wow!
Boy. Wah-ha.
You're saving for one of us.
He's gonna save everyone.
Looking really, really good. We're at the point where you've nearly got base coats on absolutely everything. We've got the quiver and the bow, and he's got. What colour is his crest going to be?
I don't know.
Should we ask chat? Chat. What
Yes.
colour should the crest be?
Let's do a poll. Which colors are you thinking?
I mean, I like the idea of red, but I wouldn't be. I'd be down with a yellow or a purple or something crazy.
Red, yellow, purple, pink, chat. If there's whoever can make a poll, go for it. We love that. You have permission.
And then Sarah.
I'm making Mega Man, or as I've been told, it's called
Megaman.
Megaman. Look at this.
Megaman.
Watch.
Yeah, do not set that fire alarm off again.
That wasn't me before.
No.
That little manoeuvre cost us 38 years.
I like that you're going for. He's blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die, dabba-dee.
Yes, he's Mega Man, so he's going to be 2 shades of blue plus a little bit of red. And then next, I have this.
Hang on a second, do you
Watch
actually
out.
have a custom lighter that says Yogfire?
Yes,
I just saw it on
course
the
she does.
screen.
Amazing.
yes, yes.
Please don't set the model
I
on
won't set
You
it on
should not breathe that in.
fire. I won't. I won't.
People asking where the model is from, that is a high elf archer from Lord of the Rings. One of the first models I ever painted.
He's gorgeous, and we've made him into a unicorn.
And that is a rider of Rohan that you just...
Ooh, a rider of Rohan. I love
Mark,
them.
what have you been working on?
I've been working on a mixture of things, so I've been sort of fiddling around with a bunch of my own personal projects. So I've been tidying up a Sister of Battle, I've been working on a Striking Scorpion, and now I'm working on a various character. I mean,
Wanna show one?
there's not much progress to show.
Well, it's
all
better than
very little
mine.
things. No, but it's like little. Literally, there isn't much to see. Like, it's very
Alright.
boring.
Okay.
When I finish something, then we can show it off. But I really have not done much. So
Okie
How's
dokie.
your little guy doing?
So my Imrahil,
Simon's actually has made progress on a brand new fresh
Wow,
model.
look
So
at that.
that deserves to be
what I've
shown
really been
off.
focusing on is his breastplate. So that's trying to emulate silver. So you've got a blue reflection on the top and a green reflection on the bottom. So it looks like it's reflecting grass.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Cool. And that was from scratch today.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to try and do is do a bit more of the armor elsewhere, and I don't know, maybe I've done his hair. The shield looks very bare bones, so I'll I don't know. I'll see where I'll go with it.
You've had no problem getting that this guy.
Phew.
Well, to be fair, his skirt goes very low down to the ground. Right. So let's get my objective for both of you is that we get
Yeah.
these models with all colours on. Then we'll try and oil wash, and that's
Okay.
like a magic step. We'll seal it, and then we'll see if we can get some highlights on it. And I think you'll be
Okay.
amazed at how much of a difference it makes.
All right, I'll
that's the
speed
plan.
up. I'll speed up.
Prepare to be amazed.
Right.
Okay.
So this is, and
prepared.
Mark and I were complaining in the break that we're used to using what are called wet palettes.
Yes.
Which is basically a sponge with paper on top. And the idea is you can put your paint on it, and then the paint takes much longer to dry out. So you have much longer to work with the paints that you've got, and you can keep
Instead
mixing.
of mixing.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
doing like softer glazes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, especially doing this kind of painting where you're going back and touching up several times. Really quite hard if you don't have the paints to hand.
True.
But we roll. I'm trying to make it work.
High rollers.
We are
It's me.
high rolling.
That's what I do.
Mark,
I do a D&D.
You are the only person at this table who has not been on comfort zone.
I was gonna be on it, remember, and then I forgot, and then I lost the dream I had, and now I've not had any dreams that I can remember.
Oh shoot.
So I do want to do it.
What a predicament that sounds like.
What does that sound like?
It sounds like a predicament. That's what I
Yeah.
said.
It is a predicament. You're right.
Yeah.
That's my New Year's resolution
Is to get me.
Never forget.
Mark Hulmes.
Not for a lack of trying as well. You are constantly reminding me, and I do want to do it. I just.
Oh, have we got a winner on the poll?
Oh.
Did we decide on the colours?
Yes, what was the poll winner, guys? Oh,
That's a hype train. beg your
Red.
pardon.
red was the winner, it says.
Red. Okay.
Thank you,
Do you have
for your votes.
a wood
Wood?
Not right
Wood.
now, but
for his bow?
Oh my god. Y'all are
Simon doesn't
crazy.
have a brown. I've got.
we've got plenty of sort of brown. What kind of wood would you like?
Bow.
So quite light wood,
Yeah.
like a yew.
Oh,
You
you.
might want to try skeleton horde. That's going to be very pale.
Oh, sounds delightful. Would he wear gloves, or would he be bare mitts?
In the film, I can't remember if the High Elves in the Battle of the Last Alliance.
They would never have gloves. Not in Middle Earth.
I reckon do it.
Generally,
fresh.
if it's an archer, they normally have the bow guard on
Bracer,
one,
yeah.
and then the other because you want to have your fingers flex. So I imagine they wouldn't wear gloves.
Yeah.
And normally on a model, because like models, they often will hyper extenuate or like hyper exaggerate like things like gloves. Like you'll be able to tell if a model has gloves
Yeah.
because they'll make them look ridiculously over big.
Yeah, mine
because they
looks
can't
like
really do human proportions, otherwise stuff looks a bit too normal.
The other good reason to not give him gloves is, generally speaking, an effective technique for miniature painting is triangles. So have the same spot color, which is often flesh, in 3 different places. So if you have spot color in your model's face and in their 2 hands, that forms an effective
Oh,
triangle.
I see.
It depends on the pose. So my model, for example, you can only see one hand, so it wouldn't apply. But you
Have to have a.
it would be the gold, I guess, for him. But yeah, so I paint them just as flesh. And we do actually have a Guilliman flesh contrast paint for that.
Yeah. If you want, because the contrast paints can be quite thin, if you want something which is a bit more sort of thicker, has better coverage, this is a non-Games Workshop paint here, but I've got one, this is Tan Flesh from Paracryl, and this is really good coverage. So like if you find that like it looks a bit see-through-y or like doesn't quite match well, you can use some of this as well, which is quite good.
It's fun when your friends already have the toys and you just get to play with them.
Oh yeah.
And me and Simon have spent enough money that getting use on the toys is a good thing.
Financial regret.
Yeah.
No, but you love them.
I love it.
I do.
It's brought so much joy to my life,
Yeah.
this hobby. And yes, I have probably spent well over £1,000 on it.
Whoa!
If. Yeah, at least.
But then, like, some people spend that on beer.
Yeah.
Clothing.
Yeah.
I spend it on those things as well, but
Yeah, this is basically my only form of like disposable. I spend my money on like food and this.
I just spend mine on food and, well, bunnies.
Yeah.
hey, they're pretty good. I like that as well.
Yeah, my answer's probably going to change in a couple of years, to be fair. I imagine it's, at the moment, very cheap having a baby, but that's not going to last.
No.
When she starts having pints, then it'll go.
But when she starts having Warhammer is when I need to start worrying.
Yeah.
She'll want to play video games. And these damn Mario games, when she's old enough, will be like 80 pounds
No,
a
it's all going to be
pop.
subscription model by then.
Oh,
I cannot
God,
wait
hope
to
not.
destroy her at Mario Kart.
No!
That is I'm not going to hold. If that child thinks I'm going to hold back,
Oh my
It's
God.
sad.
You've got to be
mistaken.
as good as you can be because that encourages them to get better, right? Like
Yeah.
you've got to be like, no. You've got to beat me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
stop trying to race me and race me.
Okay.
You think that's A you're pressing now?
You really think there were no assists? Yeah, I'm really looking for. There are so many moments like that, though, where I'm really excited at the idea that I get to watch Lord of the Rings with her.
Yeah.
That's like a key moment that I cannot wait for.
You have to wait for the right time too, where you know she'll enjoy
so
it.
in 10 years' time,
Yeah.
that will be the anniversary of the Return of the King coming out.
Yeah.
And she'll be 9, but just have turned 10, and it's like, is that an appropriate age?
Oh gosh, I
Because then,
can't.
do I take her to see them in the cinema? Do I wait until there's like an anniversary and she can go and watch them in the cinema?
Yes.
Yeah, because then
Or
it's
hire
like,
one out for
Yeah.
her 9th birthday.
yeah,
I've got to
Get
earn
all of
enough
her
money
friends to
by
do it.
then.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think it's not too bad, from what I've heard, to rent out a cinema.
It's not too bad.
No, but also, I think, when did I watch it? What age?
I would
But
have
we
been
watched it-
13 when it came out, I think.
Oh,
So you would have been 3.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But I think I watched it. I remember we watched it for the first time because it was the 4th of July, and I was like, Dad, I want to go see the fireworks. And he's like, oh, it's like kind of far drive. Like, we can't really do it this year. But I'm going to show you some magical fireworks in this movie.
Oh, he's good.
And then we watched
good move, Dad.
the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
And we watched like 45 minutes, and it was like, okay, well, now it's time for bed, but like, we'll keep watching it tomorrow. And then
Oh,
we just
okay.
kept watching
So he
it.
basically got you through Bilbo's party with all the fireworks,
Yeah,
and then
the
you
rest
watched
is
the rest of
history.
it.
Because we've only,
I love those movies. So
yeah,
much.
he only has the extended editions on
Yeah.
DVD.
Yeah.
So that's
correct.
the only version I've ever
Yeah, I
watched.
mean,
I
that's-
don't think they're necessary. That they're like uniformly better. I think there's some
No,
stuff.
but if you're gonna watch it, watch the extendeds.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
not watched them, I think. Unless they're like on TV or something.
Yeah.
But,
Listen, if I had to Foley ship the extended, everybody has to watch them.
oh yeah, oh my gosh, I need to watch that.
Oh my god, no you don't.
I want
amazing
to.
project.
I
I missed
want
that
to.
project.
Me
Oh.
too.
It was great fun, but god man, it was a lot of work. Poor Sam, like Sam was the one fucking editing it between streams and Tom.
Gosh.
Like they did a ton of work on it. I just got to turn up and do silly voices.
Yeah. Wow.
I still have the T-shirt, and I get to be
Forgot
like,
that you
I get
have
to
that.
be like, oh yeah, I'm technically on this T-shirt, and they're like, oh where? And I point to the bit that says pissy, 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 and I'm like, oh, God, I probably shouldn't wear this. Like,
You had other lines.
yeah, I had ferret. I was the watchman
Yeah.
at Bree.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You were you not Barleyman as well?
Barleyman Butterbur. Yeah, I think I might.
I think you were like, oh, hello there.
Master Hobbit.
Yeah, I think you were Barleyman.
So the voices were all redone? Every single bit?
Everything was redone.
But also with Fellowship is we set the rule.
Yeah.
I don't know why me and Bates did this.
Yeah.
Where we weren't allowed to look up the script. We had to do it all.
Oh, shit.
So there are large portions of that movie
That's
where
so
Tom was
funny.
so confident that he knew the movie like start to finish.
Yeah, right.
And then there would be like there's a moment where it's like Gandalf and Frodo talking about the ring.
Yeah.
And because it's in the extended edition, we were both just like, I have no idea what they're saying.
So you're just making it up.
And so we just had to like make up dog shit nonsense.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was
That's
very
really
Mystery Science
funny.
Theater and
Yeah. Oh man, how long did you do it for?
I did it for a year.
A year?
And we got half of the extended edition done.
No way.
Of Fellowship, not
Yeah,
the whole.
Fellowship. Yeah, half of Fellowship done.
Oh, you got to finish then.
I don't know.
Yes.
Because we couldn't, because it was
too
constantly getting like
long.
Steve and TJ and that were like,
Yeah.
it keeps getting flagged for copyright, guys.
Oh,
Like-
of course.
like-
Oh, of course. We definitely.
it's fair
got
enough.
it, right?
It's like, yes, it's like, wasn't it? We tried shrinking it, then we tried reversing it, then we tried putting
Yeah.
a filter over it, then we tried only showing it on a screen that was playing.
Oh, did you? That's so funny.
But yeah, so then we tried trying like actually to film it, which was way worse. I feel like it was way funnier when it was just
It's
the
just
audio.
the thing. Yeah.
My favourite thing in the whole thing is when Frodo and Gandalf have the cart, and he's like, don't forget your Uncle Bilbo's birthday. And there's in the film, it's a really light slap.
Yeah.
It's just like a tap. But in your version, it's just like,
Yeah, and then Tom does his little like,
That's so.
kills
funny.
me.
yeah, I'm sure you do. Phil, I mean, honestly, don't expect those to get used by me anytime soon.
That's so.
No, I think like it would be funny to go back and because like I occasionally go back and listen to just because you can find the audio
Yeah.
with a timer that says like sync it up to this time and it will
And then
perfectly
play with the movie.
and it will perfectly play with the movie. And it's actually I sometimes go back and just put that on because it is very funny. It has me and Bates talk about it as well as like good times.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
projects.
that's lovely.
So what are you going to do next? What's the
This.
next version of Fellowship?
Oh, there is no next Fellowship. I think I've got too many other things I want to do.
Yeah.
And like the energy only goes so far.
That's only so much time in the day, unfortunately.
Well, what
Mainly
painting?
high rollies at the moment.
What painting projects are you working on then?
So at the moment, I just I've rebased all of my Sisters of Battle. So I am going through and like cleaning them all up and like because I also rushed them when I first did them. I very much rushed painting them. So I'm kind of going through and tidying them up and adding extra details and stuff here. But I've also changed it where rather than just being pure Sisters of Battle, I now have like Imperial allies. So I've got
nice.
like a couple of Armiger Imperial Knights, and I've got like an Inquisitor
Armiger?
character, Armiger.
Barely know her.
Yes.
Oh,
Warhammer.
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 Barely know her.
I barely know her. Sorry,
No, that's all right.
as you were.
What was I saying? Yeah, so I've got an Inquisitor character. I made like a custom Inquisitor, and then I've got this lady here is part of the retinue. Like, so I've done like an
Nice.
Inquisitorial retinue. I use like a bunch of Necromunda models and stuff just to create this like
Bubbles.
custom thing.
That's lovely.
Sorry,
And then my Eldar.
Is that what you said?
no, models.
Oh, I
Models.
think
I thought you said bubbles too.
Nope. You guys. Nope.
You just said that.
We're in a bubble, I guess.
Glad that Simon backed me up on that because I definitely didn't say bubbles.
Fun fact: if you do want to do,
Clip it.
if you want to do bubbles in your models,
Yes,
then you can
I
use
do.
nail art. Beads.
Oh, cool.
So my orcs are like coming out of the surf.
That's
and,
really smart.
and the surface as well. And it's nail art. The tiny little beads.
Little beads.
That's
a good
very
idea.
smart. Ingenuity.
Yeah.
Ingenuity?
And then yeah, I've got my Eldar, my Elatok Eldar that I'm working on.
Eldar.
Well, we'll definitely have to get a game in because I want to get at least
Yeah.
10 games of 40k in this year. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And wow.
God, you're so goal orientated. I don't know how you do it.
Just because I set them doesn't mean I hit them.
Just having the mentality to think like, oh yeah, these are my goals.
Well, the way that I try and do things at the moment is I have a weekly to-do list. And then that's informed by, I have yearly objectives, which
Oh
then you
my
drill down per
gosh.
month and then per week.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
My ADHD brain is freaking out.
my thing
craves
is just
it, but-
every few days I write, do your taxes on a piece of paper, and then I lose it.
Yeah.
Draw the line at thing is, with taxes, I know I could do it myself.
Shit.
I know I have the capability to fill out the form, but I would always doubt that I've done it wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why I pay someone else to do it.
Yes, the IRS will get you. Or maybe not here. I don't know who gets you here.
HMRC. Her Majesty, or His Majesty. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's-
Majesty is something. What does it stand for?
Revenue and Customs.
Revenue and
Revenue
Customs.
Services. But it's literally the joke I always see on Twitter, which is like, you're told to do your taxes, and if you make any mistake, and we won't tell you how to do it, but if you make any mistakes, then you're going to prison.
Yeah, and you're going to prison.
You're going to federal prison. Uh-oh.
That's how they got Al Capone. Yeah, see?
It's back in the day.
How are we getting on?
You went from...
Oh, he's looking like a me gay man.
Yay, he looks
He's
super...
looking a real gay man.
He looks super
You
McGay.
can do his face like a human face.
Yeah.
Do you want to get
Oh my god, the geometrist.
What's
This is
his
going to
song?
get so much more difficult. Yeah, that's it.
What's Mega Man's song?
I
Someone
don't
in
know.
chat sing it for us, please.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Put
little bit
notation.
when you want to
do,
do when you want to do his face, we can use a little bit of this when you want to do his face.
Oh, okay.
Have a look.
Someone says, "Oh shit, my taxes."
Yes.
Thanks, Briony. That's okay. Can you remind me in a week, please? Can you just come into chat and be like, Briony?
I gotta
Have
fix
you
it.
done them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, basically, if you just fix it up now, and then on this lighter blue,
Yes.
because we didn't use contrast, these are like normal layer paints.
Yeah.
What we could do is we can bring out, Simon, I think it's time that I introduce them to
The null oil.
the holiest of paints.
Wait, so what we can do is we can do an
the
interesting.
holy-
Or do you want to do the oil?
Well, no, we'll do null oil for Sarah, and we'll do oil
Yay.
paint
Sure.
for Briony.
Thank you very
There are
much.
two.
So, Sarah, this is
Yeah.
the secret weapon.
This
The
is
secret
talent in a pot.
weapon. Okay.
This,
The secret weapon.
We're gonna have a
this
mess.
is the magic paint.
Oh. Yeah. Oh,
that
I've gotten
it
my...
will make your models look a billion times better.
Yay! I mean,
Like,
how's
I
that even
smother
possible?
my
Because
models.
mine looks
The
so
important thing is
good.
you've got to drink the whole pot.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, it's
Got
a
it,
potion.
got it, got it, got it.
If
I
you
am
don't-
thirsty.
It's like Hercules. If he drinks
Yes.
the poison, he has to drink the whole poison.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't
What?
say it.
Don't say what?
Heracles.
In the Disney movie, he's Hercules.
He's Hercules.
Which
Every
is
time.
clearly what I'm quoting.
Bless my soul. Hercules on
Pain
roll.
and panic. Reporting for duty.
I remember the McDonald's toys for those more than I remember the actual film, I think.
What?
It's one of my favorite
It's-
Disney films.
It's a
Me
great
too.
film.
I love it.
I Won't Say I'm in Love is one of the best songs of its type.
Yeah, best princess song. Also,
no.
the muses. We are the muses, goddesses of the arts, proclaimers of heroes.
Heroes like Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules?
Yeah, that's what you should have said, Briony. You mean Hercules?
I only saw the film for the first time the other
I
night.
know. I remember we talked about it because we had like Katie and me were talking about it. for a
And
while.
you say you like Greek mythology.
Well, to be fair, the Disney movie
Mythological.
is
Doesn't
have that
very
much to
far
do with,
away.
Zeus is loyal to his wife in that
far
film.
Zeus and Hera love each other very much in that
I mean,
film.
the fact that Heracles literally got his name to try and appease Hera, who cursed him, and then in that film it's like, no, I love you.
I love you, my son. Yeah,
Like,
here's a
no.
gift. It's like you.
But it is very good.
But it also has Danny DeVito as a C-tier
Yes.
boxing coach, which is
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Someone was telling me about models. Oh, what were they? Someone was saying there's some Warhammer models that I might like because they're a bit like satyrs, and I was like, do you mean
Beastmen?
like, yes?
Yeah.
And I was like, do you
beast
mean
of it.
like just cute little goat men, or do you mean
No,
like
these are like-
proper Greek mythology,
Yeah.
massive
Oh, yeah.
penis?
And also will fuck you up and eat you and
You could sculpt the penis on, but the models don't come with them as standard.
No, yeah. You'd have to green stuff that.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the old, the
Oh, yeah, they
old
got- I mean-
pottery,
Everyone's got
balancing cups
everyone's
on
got their
theirs.
dick out in proper classic pottery.
In the Latin dub, Hercules was voiced by Ricky Martin.
What? What?
That's awesome. That makes it
Yes.
even better.
That's
Love
awesome,
that.
dude.
I was thinking about because I this is a very sad thing. I don't really know why I'm talking about it, but I put a new playlist together at the beginning of the year, and I put like a singing songs at home kind of playlist, like to get my energy up.
Yeah.
And I find that whenever I do like singing at home, it like makes me quite happy.
Yeah.
And so
me
I put
too.
loads of like Disney songs on there. And I forgot how good Princess and the Frog actually is as well.
Oh,
Like,
I was listening to that on my
is
run
a-
the other day.
That is there are so many good bangers in that film.
Yeah,
there
there
are
are.
some top bangers in that movie.
I haven't watched that movie in
Yeah, same. I haven't watched it in ages.
I've never seen the whole thing. I've seen bits of it.
Oh, good thing to watch with baby.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Definitely.
I hope you are ready to watch films a million times.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
And Olive Bluey, unless there's something else.
Well,
by
it's going to
that
be
point.
like
There'll be something else by that point.
it's going to be like not the whole thing though. It's going to be a little bit. It's going to be 5 minutes of Frozen.
Yeah, but you can't turn it off. That's what I was saying. Is like you say that, but the film's gonna be on for the whole duration, even if they're not watching it. The film has to be on because if you turn that off, they're gonna be screaming at you.
I remember watching a film for the first
Frozen.
time with my niece, and she leant over to me. I won't say what film because spoilies, but she leant over to me and she just went, "This is the sad scene because this is when they die." And I was like, "Oh, thank you for that."
Thank you for letting me know.
Toy Story 3.
No, with that one, I was like in floods, and she just looked up at me like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Just wait until you know."
Yeah, that's crazy they put that in that movie, to be honest.
I remember watching that in the cinema, and me and the guy next to me, we were like, "That's terrible hay fever, isn't it?"
Yeah, literally.
Terrible day for rain.
Yeah.
Animated.
Can I have some? I need another brown,
Another brown.
A different
kind
type of brown.
Poopy brown.
like a arrow brown.
Like a-
You could probably reuse
Liberalism
the same one from the
brown.
bow, to be honest.
Well, I used that on the quiver, so I wasn't sure if that
so the
was...
arrows you could do is really pale.
Okay.
What did you do? Was it skeleton
Okay,
horde that
okay.
you used for
I'm going to do a little bit of red now. I'm
So what
moving
I'd
on.
suggest is maybe
and then
use
I'll do a
skeleton
little
horde
bit
again, but we dilute
face.
it.
Ooh,
So
my condom.
use contrast medium, so about 1 to 1 of those, and pop it in, say, that's right. Okay, no, sorry, I'm not used to using these palettes. This is also absolutely fucked, this palette. Like, it's got technical paints in here. There's that's Liquitex that's in there that I used for, like,
Gross.
water.
Can I borrow this red, please, Briony?
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thing is, we've been like with music as
appreciate
well. Like she's grown up with so many weird musical influences as it is,
Yeah.
and it's going to be like, oh, can you play that one that I like again? And it's going to be like,
Hamilton.
but it could be anything from like Book of Mormon
Yes. Oh,
to
no.
like
Well,
Monteverdi or something, and
Yeah.
it's just like, ugh, I don't want my kid to get bullied.
well, that's me being like in second grade, being like, I love Sting.
Sting.
Yes, and I still do. Because that's what my dad likes.
Yeah. It's like me and Bowie.
I've been to 2
Dad
Sting
was a
concerts.
big Bowie fan.
Ah,
Sting, wow.
Yes.
was it
I
at
love-
night? Did it glow blue?
Huh? Oh.
See,
Yes, there were
problem-
spiders nearby.
The problem for me is knowing the wrestler Sting is now the one I think of. So
No, he sang, "You remember me, remember swing boo."
When the brand new
Feel the body. Yeah, my favorite one, that one.
Who was that it was like a lounge singer. It was on like a comedy show.
Yeah.
Would do like singing like songs in that style of like not actually singing the words, but
star.
Well, I was
yeah,
gonna
Shooting
say,
Stars as well. Yeah, that's it.
They had a recent SNL sketch that was so funny where one of the guys was like, okay, now I'm going to sing my song. Can you give me a word? And they're like, boat. He's like, boat. And it's very funny. It was one guy who's not on SNL anymore, and Rami Malek was in it as well.
Oh wow.
It's a very good one. I think it's literally called like The Lounge Singer.
What is the English equivalent to SNL? We don't really
There
have.
ain't. It's American.
Well, it used to be like, I mean, we would
television.
have stuff like, not sketch shows like that, but well, like sketch shows, but they would be more like set sketches and characters rather than
Yeah.
improv.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Who's Line. That was like that was ours first.
Yeah.
There's a radio version. I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. That's sort of like the radio version of it, I guess.
Oh, is that the like no hesitation, no?
That's just a minute.
No breathing, don't.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. It's like it's like been running for 50 years or something on Radio 4, sketch show. So I grew up listening to that. A lot of Radio 4.
Yeah. Well, we don't have like panel shows in America, so I feel like
Yeah.
that's like the comedy on television equivalent.
I have so many American friends of mine now who are obsessed with like British panel shows. Like they watch
Like
all of them.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
Oh,
Can I lie to you or whatever it's called? Have I lied to you? Like 8 out of 10 cats. They watch it and they will quote it like all the time, and they're just
Yeah.
like, it's so funny, it's so good.
Yeah, can you believe every time now when I'm home for Christmas, we watch the new like task box. And so I showed my brother like real Taskmaster.
Yeah.
And
It's like, this
he
is
was
so
like,
much worse.
Nah,
I
well,
can't believe
yes.
they ripped you guys off.
I know. Well, after he said that, he said like he wants to watch more, and we watched
Yeah.
like a bunch of episodes, and
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
It's very
'Cause I've been
good.
watching it too. I really like it.
It's really good. Like I didn't get into it when it first came out, then I started watching it. It's very funny.
Yeah, we watched the season with Noel Fielding and
Oh yeah,
Mel from
Mel Gedroych. I love Mel Gedroich. She's
That
so
season
lovely.
is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, TV recommendation. If people
Yes.
like hobbying like this and
Yes.
crafts and stuff,
I do.
I was filming last week with a guy who was on the production team for something called the Great Big Tiny Design Challenge.
Oh, cool.
And it's like Bake Off, one of that kind of format, but the contestants are model makers who are working on a doll's house. Each week is a
different
room, and then there's like 2 teams, and they will build a bathroom in that team and divide the work. And then the best one gets put into the mansion. So by the end of it, they've got this doll's house, and it's 1/12 scale. They have the whole house.
Now this stuff isn't like the contrast paint. It's not as like smooth. So you want to definitely get a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Just like a little touch, and then just drag out like keep a little bit of water on the brush.
So good. So the
And then
arrows
just
you
add
can
it to
probably,
thin it
the
down
arrow
just
heads
a
I reckon you
little
can
bit.
leave.
Yeah,
So
I
you
was thinking
probably-
because they're just going to
And
be
yeah,
white,
wash the brush.
aren't
I would say
So
like
you've
wash the
probably just
brush
got
off.
to do flesh and
they?
the shoes.
This chaos is driving me
What do you
crazy.
mean?
Oh my god, I've just seen your brush tip.
I'm watering it.
Wait, next time she does that, Mark, take the brush from her, and I want people to see it in the close-up.
I can't. I had to just take it off. I had to take
What do
it
you
off.
mean?
of
What do you
her.
mean? What do you mean? It looks like this. It's fine.
Wait, are we hearing?
Yeah, that was TJ. Look, it's
Oh,
fine.
that's better.
This brand new brush. It's okay. It's
Right, next
But
alright.
it's also you just being like.
Right, the next time it's full, it's all over the ferrule. I want you to take it from
Yeah.
Mark and put it on camera.
Right, dry
Okay,
it
okay.
off,
Yes.
and then just get like a little bit. So keep it. So if you, the way you can do is if you kind of dry it off, like you do like these kind of strokes, because you want to try and keep a point to it. That's why
Yes.
like I lick the
Yeah.
brush, but you want to keep a point to
My
it.
stroke technique isn't quite right.
And then you want to just get like maybe
Yeah.
a little bit just on the tip of
Yeah,
the brush
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Because the face is going to be quite hard. It's quite detailed. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to try and keep as much as you can.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got. You have to have the mouth slightly open technique of
Yeah.
when you're doing the details and crevices,
Yep.
and then you stick it in there. That's how you Warhammer.
It's very educational, this stream.
You got to
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
you got to stick your tongue out a little bit.
I'm learning.
I used to be terrible for that when I was a kid, sticking my tongue out when I was concentrating, because I always used to go, because I was the worst person at football, obviously.
Not
I was always
obviously,
left
Simon.
to be in goal, and it just meant when anyone rushed to the goal, I would just bite my teeth down
Yep.
and I just bite my tongue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Know that vibe, pal.
Fuck.
Been there.
And the last one being picked,
How's this?
Being in goal.
That's my face.
in a way, the most important member of the team.
Oh, see,
His skin is melting
Oh,
off.
I remembered that model doesn't have. It has a face covering. It doesn't have.
There's
Does
face
it?
in it. There's
Yeah,
face
it's got
in
like
it.
it's the one that the meme
Oh, it does
is
have
the
the mask?
pants over its face.
Oh no.
Oh.
'Cause I went-
But that means he
Oh,
can't be me
no.
gay man.
He already is me gay man, and he can be your gay man too.
because I went to
It's
school in the
arguing.
90s, I wasn't even allowed to do football.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, cause women.
You had to do netball.
And I was always picked for goal defense because they were like, you're tall. So I would just spend my whole time just stood there like,
I mean, to be
No,
fair,
don't.
I desperately tried to get out of PE as much as I humanly could. And I was very lucky in that our PE teacher was, unfortunately, at the time, obviously you didn't know this as a kid, definitely had some memory issues, because I would just outright lie to him every week and say, like, I gave you my sick note last week, sir. And he'd be like, did you? I'd be like, yeah, do you not remember? And he obviously felt too bad to say,
Oh, no.
I can't remember what happened last week. So I just got away with never going to PE.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's why actually I don't know what Warhammer is because I did play soccer.
Yeah, you
For
were
many
allowed to do
years.
one. Now, did you play soccer or did you play football? You played soccer.
I played American. No,
Soccer.
I played soccer. I
Yeah.
played football, and I played it for like 15 years. I also was on the varsity
you
squash
say the
team.
games go on a
Oh.
bit over there.
What? Oh, ha 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 ha. Yeah, one long
Old
game.
pun Briony's out.
One long game it was, but it
Yeah.
was fun.
You've reminded me of a time one of my friends, she wrote a note to get out of PE and she did it as if it was from her mum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it said, I'm sorry, but Francesca has forgotten her kit today. And the PE teacher was like, why would you write it as if your mum knows you've already forgotten your kit? And she was like, oh yeah, I didn't think that through.
That's really funny.
That's amazing.
That's really
Kids
funny.
are precious.
Signed mum.
Mother.
I used to be, my acting ability was, I misused it quite a lot when I was a teenager, especially in high school.
Yeah.
Because I could ring up the school and I could do a deep enough voice where I sounded like my dad and I would constantly get myself out
No
of school.
way.
I'd be like,
just like the movies.
I'd just be like, yeah, hi, this is Mr. Hulmes. It's just like, yeah, unfortunately Mark's very ill today, he's not coming in. Yeah,
Your first
he's at the
name,
hospital.
Mr. Hulmes?
I don't know.
Hello, my name is Mr. Burns.
Hello,
Okay, Mr. Burns.
my name is Mark's father.
I am Dad.
Hello, it's Dad. And then the principal's like, Father?
Yeah.
Dad, I haven't heard from you in years.
You jokingly
I
talk
miss
about,
you.
like, obviously you did sports, so you can't
Yeah.
be a Warhammer person. But
No,
you and I,
no.
we love our American football. Like,
I
we wanna
know.
That was a full-on Green Goblin. We're not so different, you and I.
It's
I'm
true.
something of a jock myself.
Yes, but the thing is, I think, of course, I mean, duh, but everyone can have many interests. Because I
Absolutely.
said once
Yeah.
to Lewis, I was like, oh yes, I like theater, but also the video games, and also I like to watch my sports. And he was like, no, only one of those.
Oh, you're only allowed one.
Only one per person.
Look at Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
He likes
Old
many
big
things.
as
Buff, mega Jagga Chat, he builds his own PCs.
He's a nerd and he's hot. Impossible.
His weight. We've both worked with a conservation charity in Durrell, which is in Jersey.
Oh.
He likes the
And
environment.
I spoke to the guy who trained with him when he visited, and he was like, I'm going to try and remember the stats. He was doing what he called a centurion, which was 100 squats in, what was it? It was like 10 squats every 100 minutes or something. It was something absolutely insane.
Yeah.
He was doing it with 130 kilo squats.
Oh my god.
Oh, because I was like 10 squats every.
It was like 10 squats every minute for 10 minutes or 100 minutes or whatever it
Oh,
was.
that's
And it
like,
was just
But
like,
then doing it with weights as
It's
well.
to
yeah, not body weight. He was doing that
Tabata.
with a 130 kilo bar.
Oh,
And it's like,
130 kilos.
it's like,
Jesus
fuck me.
Christ
He's
on
a
that
strong
bike.
man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Big boy.
He's a big boy.
Big boy.
Bless my soul. Cavill is on a roll.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think,
I like American football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's in
I
the
do
Superb
too.
Owl? This
I don't know. It's
Yeah, yeah.
certainly not the Patriots, so I don't
Isn't
care
it
anymore.
the Dallas Cowboys?
I don't think
You're
I'm.
joking.
I actually don't think I am. I think it's kind because I've seen memes that like people are like the fucking Cowboys are in there. Or like I might be wrong. I might have like misheard it or
I'm
something
not
like that.
sure it's the play. Yeah, maybe I don't think
We've
the
had at least
playoffs
one
have
playoff,
finished
haven't we?
But,
yet.
oh, maybe it's not the playoffs. Maybe they've just won a game or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I saw a load of memes of like people memeing on the Dallas Cowboys, being like, "What the fuck? What's going on?"
Yeah, I think what's another one that's crazy
Dallas
that they're good this year?
Cowboys.
The Jaguars?
The Detroit, the Jaguars. Yeah, used to
Jaguars.
be ass. No offense.
I've
but they
definitely
were.
told this story on stream before, but
Yeah.
I went to see them live in London at Wembley.
Oh yes.
They played the Niners, and they were getting their asses handed to them so badly that when they scored a touchdown out of absolutely nowhere,
Yeah.
they had a bunch of guys on the side with flags to spell out Jaguars, but they were completely caught off guard. So
Because they didn't
on,
expect them to score.
They ran on in the wrong order. So they ran across the field saying Jaguars.
That's so
It's
funny.
like, this is so much sadder.
That's like you couldn't even write that. That
No,
is so
that can't be
funny.
planned.
It's
These guys be like just
sitcom.
having their mountain juice, be like, oh fuck!
Oh no! The Jaguars scored a goal.
Yeah, it's weird. Like for me, American football is something me and my dad like weirdly.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
I
been a
remember you
sports
telling me
guy,
that.
but like I really like American football. There's something about
Yeah.
the tactics of it and like the sort of like drama of it all. Like we've
Yeah.
talked about that. Like for
Yeah, I
me, like
love
when
the
somebody gets like an
drama.
interception and then they make that
Yes.
long run, and I'll be there like, whoa! You know?
Literally, I remember the moment that. I mean, obviously, like there's certain moments that are just so dramatic, but there's the famous Super Bowl when the Patriots beat the Seahawks right at the very last minute.
Oh, it was a couple of years
because-
ago. It was quite
Oh,
recent,
now it's
wasn't it?
like 10 years ago. Because it was when I was in high school, I think, or even in middle school.
Yeah, it was during my PhD. I remember it.
Yeah, but I remember it was like the Seattle quarterback had to throw the ball, and the clock was expiring at the very same time. So it's like all he had to do was throw it or let the guy run it in to get a touchdown, and they win.
Yeah.
But instead of running it in, they had like a really good running guy in common terms. He decided to throw it, and the Patriots intercepted it and ran 2 feet, and they had been winning, so they just won the game on that. And I remember I thought we were gonna lose with that play, so I was like so upset. And then I started crying so hard when they won that my contact lens flew out of my eye. That's how traumatic it was. I was like, oh my God! I was like, and then my mom, who was like, I can never watch, like runs in from downstairs, and she's like, what happened? Like, they won. But oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that actually because
like
I went to a bar to
2013,
watch
I
it with my housemate, and we both got so drunk we just missed the game.
Oh God, that's funny.
That's the experience.
Yeah, but it's a perfect game, like to watch while
It's a
doing
very
this.
social. Yeah.
It's a perfect
yeah.
beer drinking game.
Yeah, because too, you could like you paint, and then one thing happens every like
Yep.
few
Yeah.
minutes, and then you go back down and do it. Like that's what's
And
great
it-
for Sundays
Yeah,
too.
and
It's like
built
relax.
it's built in breaks. Like the action is condensed. Like
Yeah.
I could never watch like a game of UK football because you kind of almost have to watch it the whole time.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
constant.
yeah.
Because like you don't
yeah.
know when somebody's going to think. Whereas with American football, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like they've just got their fourth down. They're going to have to reset. Cool. I've got
Yeah.
like a moment I can go do another thing or like do something
Exactly,
else. and-
commercial breaks up
Have
the
you
wazoo.
seen-
But then like when somebody does like a fucking long bomb Hail Mary throw, like pass, and you're just there like, whoa! Like, I
Tom
love
Brady.
It. Yeah.
Have you seen Last Chance U?
I haven't, no.
Oh, start watching Last Chance U at season 3. The first 2 aren't that interesting, but season 3, it's basically this school in Kansas, because it's JUCO, so it's
Yeah.
like these kids' last rung before they fall off the educational system. If they do well, they'll get a scholarship to Div 1 college.
Yeah.
And this coach comes in who's from Compton and just takes absolutely no shit, but is like used to dealing with slightly more resources.
Yeah.
So in the first episode, like they have to get the cow off of the football
Oh
field
my
so they can
God.
practice.
Oh my God.
But it follows these kids who are like really struggling in school and like how they're going to make it through and get grades and stuff, and then also going to like nationals and stuff.
Oh wow.
It's such a good TV show, and then there's a
Yeah.
basketball version as well.
Remind me what
I
it's
love stuff
called?
like that.
Last Chance U.
Is it a real true story?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
It's
a
documentary.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Really good.
I love that kind of stuff. But then I love like an underdog story, and I think that's like I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that show about cheer that was really, really popular. I can't remember what it was called, but it was the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I know the one you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done and I'm ready to put the magic paint on.
Me
I'll show
gay
you.
man.
Here it is,
Hey man,
everyone.
you meet your maker.
Wow! Da da da! Mega Man, Mega Man.
Gay man.
He's mega cool and he has a gun.
All right, pass him over this way.
America,
Finish,
everyone.
show me.
Nutshell.
Pass him over
Well,
here.
he's not cool because he has a gun.
Right.
That's an important distinction.
He has a gun because he's cool.
No, he has yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've just noticed that he does have the COVID mask on. I've just noticed that.
Well, I
right,
painted
so the
over.
dark blue, you
Yeah.
don't need the magic paint on, because the
Okay.
dark blue being a contrast paint, it's already kind of like gone into the recesses and darkened
Right,
them and
right,
stuff.
right.
But for this pale blue,
Yeah.
because right now it's very flat, right? Like there's no like depth in the creases and things
Yeah.
like that. So this is called Null Oil. It's a shade paint.
Thank you.
What I would recommend is you water this down a little bit because it's so pale. This is going to darken it. But that's okay because then what you can do is once you've gone over all of this and this dries,
Yes.
you get the same mix again and just on the very top edges of where the creases are, you just add it again, leaving all the recesses dark, and it will
Okay.
actually make
we
it
do.
look really good. So like I can show you like
Not really going on to his
so like you
face
can kind of
very
see like
well.
I've done it like this took me a long time to do the
wow.
layers, but on the red cape you can kind of see it sort of like where
Cool.
this kind of method works.
That is very cool. You have to now beat the devil out of the brush, like Bob Ross says.
Beat the devil out of him. It's my favorite.
And I'd
part.
recommend maybe use the slightly bigger brush on this.
Oh, okay. This
Yeah.
flat one?
This one here.
This
so
one.
like give that a good clean.
Yeah, generally speaking, you don't have. Now, obviously, it's an individual process.
Yeah.
But,
There are sometimes you can't do it wrong.
yeah.
I gotta get the scrunkle out.
Basically, by
Right
doing that,
on
you're
the old-
forcing the bristles further apart. So it's more difficult to get it to a point. That's why we don't tend to stab the bottom of the.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good point.
Right. Good point.
Good point. Yeah, now my bristles are socially distanced, but that's
well,
okay.
Well, it's your problem now.
Well, if isn't the consequences of my
My own actions.
So get a good slap of this Null oil on the brush. Pop it down somewhere. Yeah, good. You want a good chunk of this because this you can use very liberally.
Okay.
All right, now get a bunch of water. And then what I would do, I'll just do a little bit just to show you.
Should I put the water in it or next to it?
You can put it in it a little bit. Like I'd say, like you can like dunk it in now. So like, yeah. So then I'm just going to show you a little bit. So what I would do, and then you can kind of mix it all together.
Oh gosh.
And then you literally can be super liberal, like just whack it
Don't
like that.
scare her. She's American.
Okay.
I
Just
am
whack it
super
on.
liberal anyway, so that's perfect. Okay.
You can see that it will start
Whacking
to
it.
pool in like the resources in the recesses and stuff.
Pooling our resources. Oh wow, I see exactly what's about to happen here, and I
See the
like
magic?
it.
You see the magic?
Yes. Oh, I should have given him Ugg boots. That would have been so
But
funny.
then he wouldn't be my gay man.
That would have
Yeah.
been so. No, he would have been real cunty.
Comfy?
I beg your
Oh
not what
my
I
god,
said.
is that?
That's not what I said. I didn't say comfy.
You did say comfy.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No.
What is it with streams that I've been on this year? First Rithian, now this.
What the fuck did Rithian talk about?
Well,
Did he say comfy?
I said
No,
something else. I
he-
won't repeat it.
I just assume it's some sort of new, millennial thing that people say and that I don't understand,
Yeah.
like
No.
skibbity. I still don't really. I
Skibbity
still don't know what
started.
skibbity means.
Don't
Oh
get
my
us
god,
started.
wait, I have a special song for you guys, and you tell me what you think.
This
Okay.
whole
It
song
goes,
will age you 10 years.
last night we
We
let
let
the
the
Rizzler
Rizzler
talk.
talk. I know this song.
Oh, of course, because Nina will know
Yeah.
this song, but even Livy Dunn was getting rizzed up by Baby
Baby
Gronk.
Gronk.
He said that her yacht was so Ohio
Ohio.
and skibbity. Even Kyson and I show speed hitting the gritty. A grimace shaking Fortnite.
A
grimace shaking Fortnite. Oh my God,
I hate the fact that I know it. I hate the fact that I know
That's
what
really
you're
against
talking
your
about.
will.
And then you say, I see you, girl. I see you.
I see you, girl.
Ah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, of course you know that song.
Because of history and
Yeah.
so forth.
And Nina and I
Yeah.
are a little
chainmail is
obsessed.
that? Like a grey or a silver.
That's so
or-
funny. Well, now you know.
Yeah, I mean, to be
Last
honest, that
night.
reads as silver already.
Last
The
night
problem
we
is
let the
it's
What I
Rizzler
such
talk.
suggest we do
It is
is we do the
such-
wash,
because
and then
it's
when we do the
actually a real-
highlight step,
The real
we go
song
for
is
the
like a
wash,
very
we can put some
famous
stuff on
song, but
there.
I didn't know that
So-
one before.
Bryony has
Oh.
just got to the point, I think, where we can do a wash. So
Ooh,
we've
a
got
wash.
colours on everything. For your armour in particular, you've got a base coat down, then you've got a highlight of gold on top. And you can really see on the green where that pre-shading has come in with the contrast paint. So there's
Oh,
bits that are
sick.
more green, that are brighter.
Yeah.
So what we can do then, and what I'm going to do is ruin your model
Oh.
No.
briefly,
Oh.
and then you get to
He's going to use
rescue
this
it.
special oil technique.
So
Which I've never done. I've never done the oil painting.
Can we do that live?
yeah, we can do it
Your
live.
special oil technique.
What I might need to do though is you've not used
olive
this,
oil.
have you?
No,
gotta
that's...
I'm just.
Oh my god, hey
girl.
girl.
Hey.
Skibbity.
Skibbity.
Dad is slaying on the sly. You are sly slaying. Slyly slaying. That's so skibbity.
He left.
Oh yeah, I forget that
Oh my
Chet's
God, why'd
been there.
he
I just
leave?
can't see it. He's gone.
He's over it because we said too many skibbities.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to?
I don't feel entertaining enough. Someone else be on.
Sorry. Can you put a thingy on there? Just want to make it so that it's not.
Someone said skippity. You got the spirit.
What?
Oh, you
Please
want to
remind
do
me
this?
of what?
Fun's have hands.
Do they? Where'd that come from, Briony? What's the lore behind that?
This is his
even
fantasy that
remember.
she's come up with.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is pop some white spirit in here.
Can you drink it?
That's what we got. Lots of that in this office. Tons
Got
of white
lots of white
spirit.
spirit.
We've got.
Wow.
Yay!
So
That's why we
much.
should have a live audience for this streams because we get laughs from the peanut gallery.
Yeah. You always can't streams are recorded in front of a live audience.
Yes. Oh, that's why I loved. Oh my gosh, Simon.
We'll keep this in. What?
Wait, no, you say your thing first.
He's doing the stream.
I forgot that he did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because it was a totally different context.
And he wore a suit.
And it's a different version, but I was just going to talk about that. But you try to say this first.
Okay,
I don't
so
know if someone wants to talk about that.
yeah, we need to.
Oh my god! Wait! Oh my god! I iconic. Wait, iconic. This will be the melding. The melding of ways. The great. Oh, that's so
there's
funny.
not a huge amount to talk about because it's just my fault.
No.
It's also, I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
I think so.
I'm like,
Somebody
fight.
pieced this together afterwards because apparently talking about sponge cake specifically means something different in America than it does in the UK. Like it's a different recipe. And then I'd taken it probably from an American source and I put the word traditional in front because I was like
A traditional
Victoria
sponge cake. Yeah.
And apparently I don't know enough about baking.
It was so
Listen.
funny though. It was really entertaining.
So I can only apologise, as we did on stream, that it's
Oh
these
my
things
god,
happen.
I forgot.
It was
'Cause
so good.
It's just because it was long ago-ish now because of the
a month
holidays.
ago.
Well, with
That's
the
a long time,
holidays.
dude. It
was last
I've been
year.
to a whole different country back in that time, so it feels like a million years ago. But oh my god, it was so much
So good.
fun.
Yeah,
it was so
good. You did a very
fun.
good job.
It smells pungent, doesn't it? So what I've got here, these are oil
It's not
paints.
that now I feel weird. Is that normal?
So I've got a tiny dab of black paint. And
You old man.
what I'm going to do is also
Boomer
have
alert.
an even tinier little bit.
Boomer alert.
Awkward.
Oh, yeah, Kat, you're in the stream.
Cringe.
I can also put a tiny bit of burnt umber in here. So this is going to make it ever so slightly brown. I'm going to mix.
Do I need to do more?
that.
No, that was great. Yeah. So you can see where it's just shading those little areas.
Yeah.
You got it all
For a second, I
over
was like,
So camouflage.
Yeah, it looks really
Okay,
good.
yeah, good.
I should
So,
do more up
ahead.
What I'm
here.
going to do,
A little bit I
Oh,
put
you did a
there.
little bit, yeah.
I'll put more on the crevasse of the
more of
neck.
this.
Cool.
And when that dried, what you want to do is make that mixture, the same sort of mixture of the light blue that you did,
Yeah.
and then just on the very raised
that might be a bit too
areas.
much,
so
Yeah.
So this is getting the consistency. This is difficult.
like,
So what we're
if I
going
use
to
this
do
one as a
is we're going to add.
So like on these
this
raised
all over
areas
your
here, I did
All over.
the
All
same
over the
red
model.
again, just
Yeah.
to brighten
Now, the
it up.
good thing
and that
about
makes
oil
the recesses really pop.
is that they've
Oh
got a long
wow,
working
that's
time.
awesome.
Yeah.
So they're just going to sit on top of your model,
This on the front.
and then
Just
we're
as
going to
hard
leave
to
it for
access.
a couple of minutes
Yes.
to let it stain,
That's okay.
and then we're going to use the candy
All right.
to remove most of the oil paint. But the idea is it's going to pool in the recesses,
Yeah.
and when we wipe it off, it's going to be as it was on the raised areas. So you're just going
it
to
was.
increase the contrast of the whole thing.
Very
So
smart.
They're
Okay.
take
basically
that.
doing what we did, but in a different way.
Slap
that
Make it
all
look
over the
dirty,
model,
but
like-
this is a lot quicker.
I'm
the way
going to
we're
take a
doing.
Quick and
before and
dirty.
after.
Yeah, take a before and
photo
after.
Perfect.
So I can.
Was it burnt umber or is this raw? No, it's raw umber. The two forms of umber, you can get it raw or burned. No one knows how to cook umber, apparently.
Let it cook. Let umber cook.
Umber.
I'm not even sure what umber is, to be completely honest, apart from something in Game of Thrones.
It's when
I barely know her. That's when.
someone did something wrong in primary school and everyone would go, Umber.
What?
Really?
Umber.
Actually.
Okay, so literally I'm just
the whole
wishy-washing.
You're putting this as a wash over absolutely everything. Umber is the opposite of ober. Can we please get a ban?
Oh my god, umber is the opposite of
Opposite
over.
of boo-boo.
Umber is the opposite of running
How's that
around.
rhymed?
I'm scared.
No, don't ban that first.
Umber is a thing of nothing to do.
It comes from the name of the city in Italy where that colour was first invented.
Fact.
That sounds plausible. I don't know enough about Italy to dispute that.
Dispute that.
Italian facts.
Okay, that's
Yep, good. That's about the right
Umber is the
consistency.
opposite of running.
okay.
So get it all over it, and we'll leave it for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Oh, is this what you were doing that time I raided you and you almost dropped it in?
Yes, I dropped the model in the wash.
Oh
I was just
no!
like,
Briony.
Now, wait, is this revenge? Am I not meant to be doing
no,
this?
no,
And
you
you're
are right.
like,
This is absolutely the right thing to do.
Okay, is that covered enough?
Yep, that's really good. So do you want to maybe pop that on the turnstile so people can see what you've just done to your model?
Yes.
Done. Look at my son.
Pride is not the word I'm searching for.
So much more to me now.
Don't actually ban that person.
Don't ban them. That was funny.
Funny joke.
Bring them back.
Don't you funny joke Yoda me. Don't. I'll get started, dude.
Funny joke. A Toyota. A Toyota.
That was just a mark thing.
No,
thought
I
everyone
stole
was
it.
saying
Bryony, you
it.
need to learn all of my jokes. Me gay man? I didn't make that up. That's a joke I stole.
Oh, really? I thought it. No, I didn't think it was a joke. I thought.
Oh,
that was
sorry.
real.
No, yeah, no, it's real. That's what they say in Japan.
Oh.
They call him me gay man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do this now?
How is
What are you trying to do?
What are you?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing it like this? Why are you this way?
Let me focus, will you?
How can she paint?
How can she paint?
Oh my god.
It's so.
So weird.
It's like how Kylie Jenner cuts cucumbers.
What?
Guys, that's popular. That was all over the internet. She cuts the cucumbers like this, and they're like, Kylie, you just want the chef to do it, and she's like, no, I can do it, and she's like,
I'll be honest, I don't really know.
I don't really know
Kylie
anything
Jenner
about.
is.
Yeah.
she's a
same.
Kardashian.
I don't know anything about
What, they
the
occupy Beijing?
Kardashians. That's the Kardashians, Simon. But
She's very famous.
She
She's
is
like
very
one of the most
One of the most.
one of the most.
all
famous.
time.
Is
Oh. I used to watch a
Oh,
stream
this
that was
doesn't
called
look good at
Keeping
all.
Up with the Kardashians, and someone had made like a tiny mansion, and it was just full of cats.
Of course you did.
Yeah, that sounds like a Briony thing
of
to
course you
do.
did.
They all had bunk beds. It was really cute.
Oh no, Mark. Oh no.
Oh, what have
Oh,
you done?
what have you done?
It looks awful.
What have you done?
That.
Right, we'll give that another
No,
minute.
that looks good.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I
It's
think it
really
looks
nerve-wracking, this bit.
atrocious.
I know.
Because again,
Well,
it's what time
because
talk
I
about.
don't know
It's
what's
like
happening,
the
I'm
contrast.
fine.
Right?
What I might get you
Also,
to do
like, you
is
can make it a
turn
little
off
bit
the
darker
turnstile,
as
and we
well,
might try
right?
and do it on
So-
camera because it is like the most
I'd say like
magic
maybe we want to get
thing.
like.
Oh.
It's a magic moment if
We
we
want
get
it
it
to
right.
kind of. No, I think that's
I say
actually
keep it
okay.
turning.
I think my
and
brush.
Because the bristles.
I'll do it hard for you.
No, your one should still be okay, but like, yeah, I think like
Can
just.
I use one of the pink
like,
ones instead of the blue one?
Because also, like, again, you
For-
want to do it for so like if we do it on the front.
Yeah, of course you can.
So, like,
You'll probably end up using more than one to
very
be fair.
delicate.
Oh, whoa. How are you getting such a fine point?
Well, first of all,
He's
I
not
don't
jabbing
treat my
his
brush like a fucking lunatic.
Oh no, I knew that would come back and bite me in the rear
Oh, they're
end.
so soft.
And then also, like, you just want to think about where does the light hit? Like, where would the light
like
hit?
Mufasa
Everywhere the
said,
light
touch
hits.
is your homeland. You belong to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he says in the film. It's been a while since I've seen
A
it.
little bit there, and then on these like little
Oh
raised areas
wow. Okay.
and stuff. So,
Okay.
This
He
is
said,
getting there.
I've been
how much
Right.
have you fucked your brush?
Can we try and turn off the turntable then?
It's fine.
I can just unplug it.
You should still be okay.
There should be a
I'm
switch
okay.
apparently.
Look,
On the
you can
thing?
also.
I just have to calm down.
It looks gross, but
Is it on the
lick
front?
thing-
Looks like.
No.
But you get the point.
No, that's.
There we go.
Ayo.
That-
Simon,
Okay.
are you a brush licker or you're not?
I'm a brush
I
licker.
don't.
Absolutely.
I don't get the point
Okay,
of that.
so what-
You're gonna.
Bridie, what I'll do
you're
is
gonna
show you
poison
with one of
yourself.
these other
These are
things.
toxic.
Not
So
toxic.
the
This
idea
is
is
toxic.
going from the top
Oh my
down,
fucking
and you're
god.
removing
Oh my
like that.
fucking
Quite
god.
Now-
firm or?
Yeah, quite fun. What you also might want to do is dip in that just a little bit. So just get a little bit on the brush.
And don't lick it.
Don't lick it.
Do
And then you're
not lick
rubbing.
it.
Oh yeah,
from
don't lick
top
the
down.
oil.
Okay.
So, okay, so can we get the close-up camera on this, please?
I'm
So what we're
scared,
doing
what
here is
if I
removing the oil
boo-boo?
wash. And this should then reveal the paint underneath,
So a
but give you a
tiny-
really nice load of contrast.
Lovely.
Tiny bit.
Yep, so just rub it on your hand maybe a bit, just on the palm of your hand. That's it. Just getting rid of the excess. Okay, so from the top down, you might
From
want to
the
brace
top.
it with the other hand.
Briony, make it drop.
Okay. Okay. Oh my
So
god.
try this.
Okay. Ah.
So you want most of it to come off. Do you see?
Oh, I see.
So actually, Sarah, you might want to look at this on the big TV.
I'm looking.
So what we're doing is removing the oil paint everywhere other than the recesses.
Ah.
I'm trying not to get my head in the way of the camera.
Yeah, this is
Your
difficult.
head's not. No, don't worry. Wow.
So you see that on the armor, how it's like now got a really rich contrast between the inner bit and the outer bit.
Yeah.
Might want to take it off now so we can just do it a bit more easily. But chat, you get the idea of what we're doing.
I've seen quite a few people use that oil method.
It's Ninjon that's got a good video. on it.
Ninja and Ninjoth.
John Ninus.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Ninja from Fortnite
Turtle. Oh.
as well.
Okay, let's try and get this gold. So that's like Andrew Tate in the 14th
gold.
century.
Let's try and get this goal.
I'm just going to traffic these people.
Oh my! He did do that.
He did do
did
that
do that.
in the
He's a bad man.
21st century.
Plenty of it.
Bad man.
He's a bad man.
He's a bad man. How are you finding that now? Like trying that, like what I
Oh,
showed.
oh, it's lovely. It's happening.
It's lovely.
Oh, it's
Oh, It's lovely.
I've got my wife's aunt has got an aunt who sounds exactly like that. And she's the most uniformly positive, happy person. And we were trying to drive to a wedding from the service to the reception. We got hopelessly lost. We went through a country estate by accident. And she was just like, "Oh, this is lovely. I've never seen ostriches this close." Stuff like that. It was
You
just
kind of need people like that.
you
in your
need
life,
people
though.
in your life, exactly.
Yeah.
She's great.
Sarah's one of those people for me. Just
Yes,
so
endless
positive.
positivity all the time. I love life.
I love life.
Life loves me.
And then what we'll do is we'll get rid of the shine with the spray can that we have. We've got a bit of time, so we can probably do that, and then put some highlights on, and then you've got a pretty solid start on the model.
Gotta be
What do you mean a start?
dark.
Yeah.
I did do that the other day by accident. My friend sent me a picture in a group chat, and I was just like, "Oh wow, when this is finished, it's going to look great." And he was like, "Oh, fuck you."
Oh my gosh, that happened to me once. Oh my god, someone sent me a picture, and I thought they had like drawn on their skin, and I was like, "That's like a fun idea of a tattoo, but like I don't know about like that place."
Oh.
And they had tattooed it, and I was like, "What the? Why would I think they would like? Why did I think of that?" So embarrassing. Anyway, we're not friends anymore.
It was just too awkward.
Anyway, we don't talk anymore. Yeah. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk
Tuesday.
anymore. We don't talk anymore.
What is going on?
We don't talk
This is just
anymore.
how Sarah and I communicate. Yes.
Singing.
We don't talk anymore.
Oh, we know we sing. Oh, what was that song?
That's the Mandalorian, isn't it?
I don't know.
Doo-doom.
Yeah, it's basically Alex and my version of like Marco Polo. If one of us is in the house and we don't know where the other is, we'll just be like, ooh, 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 and the other will be like,
So
ooh.
You two are adorable.
adorable.
Jeez, get a room.
Get a room.
In this economy.
Yeah. Are you gonna? Who's gonna pay for it? Okay, I think that's it. Now what?
So.
Well, do you want to whack it on the turntables?
Yeah,
Have a look.
and people can judge it. Guys, what do you think? How do we make it turn again? This button?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What's the
Wow.
longest Simon spent on a single standard size model? I spent 40 hours on a Tech Marine when I entered it on Demon as a kid, and that was misplaced time.
Wait. Oh my god. There.
I don't think I spent more time than that on anything.
It's Mega Man.
Say it.
Oh,
Mega Man.
thank you.
Okay. It's my cunty Mega Man. That's what I said before.
Oh, not comfy.
No.
No, she's at the bed. Or...
Yeah.
You can't say that word on Twitch.
It's the first craft stream of
Family
the year.
stream. Literally, this is the family stream that the Yogs do.
Sorry, Mom.
Okay,
Turn it
so
off now. Oh, could I? Is it too late
actually,
to give
can I-
him Ugg boots?
have a
Or
quick look.
You can do whatever you want.
So-
Simon's going to tell you some cool thing that is going to make it look way better than I ever could.
yeah, no.
So there's an opportunity here if you wanted to do something called on-source lighting. So it makes the coils here look like they're glowing.
Ooh, okay.
So what I'd suggest is you've got, your brushes are all, can I just see your
Fine.
They're
the
fine.
medium brush, right. So take the red paint that you've got, dilute it a little bit, and then make it, basically try and jab it around the coils of it on the surrounding bits, so it looks like it's glowing. And then there's a
Okay.
step after that we can do to kind of try and sell the effect.
Okay,
I can't
thank
help you on this one because I don't know how to do OSL myself.
This is going to be
Okay.
a bit of a bastardized version of it.
So I
will
take
say.
the red, and I move the hair that's on my palette out of the way. Then
So
I
it's
put
probably
the
one of mine.
red. No, that's definitely mine.
So yeah, just
This onto here.
quite thin on the, not too much on the brush for this. And then you will kind of want to stab it around.
Okay.
Is that
And I dilute it with water.
taken off?
Let's have a look. I'd say you've done a pretty
How much do you
baller job
dilute
with
for this, Simon?
that. How much do I dilute?
Like that much?
You're using Bile Red, aren't you? So it's quite a shockingly red paint.
Yeah.
So, actually no, just a little bit,
Okay.
I'd say. Not too much.
And
So
then
right,
I dry, and then I do this, and then I do that, and then I do this again. And now, oh, not that
No,
one.
not that model. That one. So just in the bits around where it looks like, you know, where you think a glow would come off of that if it was slightly glowing.
Where would it, if this would glow, where would it
2
come
to
up?
3 mil around the perimeter of where the coils are.
Oh,
That kind of thing.
I get
Oh,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
No, that does make sense. That does make sense to me.
Right. What I'm going to do is just pop outside and I'm going to spray your model, Briony, so we get rid of the shiny.
Oh yes, we've
Finish.
learned not to spray hazardous gases in
Don't
here.
spray in here.
We've
no.
done that before.
Did that set the fire alarm?
No, we got a little bit,
Hi.
yeah. We got a little crazy and
That'll-
goofy.
Like
That'll
a
happen.
nerdy version of him leaving to get cigarettes. Is
He's
Simon
never coming
left
back.
me.
Is he
Yeah.
never gonna come back? Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
My dad went out to spray my miniature and he never came back.
Yeah. Oh man. But one day he'll come back with my miniature in
One
hand.
day, Simon will.
My Simon will come.
Ah,
I knew where I was going.
man. Yeah. Anyway.
It's been very cold weather we've been having recently.
Goodness, it has been freezing cold.
And yet no snow. Well, a little bit of snow the other day.
Yeah, do you need it to warm up?
Oh, you know, I've got the spirit next to me. I danced.
Yeah. The spirit. Have a nice little drink.
What was that thumping noise?
Don't worry, it's
Simon pass out from
It's just the rabbits in the walls.
Bunnies?
Yeah.
He came back.
Not gonna lie, I nearly dropped that.
No.
Very nearly dropped that out of the window. So that's going to take
The window.
Give it a couple of minutes to dry. But then, with that done, we can apply some highlight paints over the top so that you, again, you're maximising that contrast. So you make the dark bits darker and you can make the light bits lighter.
Okay.
So how are we looking, Sarah?
I think I did it, hopefully. I did it around the red, right?
Yep, let's just have a quick look.
Thank you.
Okay, we might need a bit more than that. So maybe rather than using the contrast paint, I'd suggest using Evil Sun Scarlet.
Evil Sun Scarlet.
So take a bit of that, and the same thing, because that doesn't read really as very much different at this
Okay.
point.
Oh, okay.
And to be
That was
honest,
a really like political way of saying that it was wrong.
well, no, because I gave you bad instructions. You haven't done anything wrong.
No, you didn't. Your instructions are great.
So what I'd actually suggest is maybe do
yes.
a dry brush here. So what we did at the start when you didn't have very much on the paint brush, like you got rid of most of the paint from the bristles.
I feel like
Stab
this
it
is where
around
you're
and then
gonna-
maybe also try and make the raised bits of the coils a little bit brighter.
Okay.
I think dry brushing is going to be Sarah's forte.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I take this
First, ruin your brush.
around the red,
Yeah.
right? Like on the blue.
Yeah, and then also I try and do it on the coils.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
You look like Beaker.
You look like Beaker. The fuck?
I was trying to remember one of his lines and I was like, oh.
Beaker. What the fuck?
Barely know her.
You got me, and you got me good, dude. Can't even be mad at that. Can't even be mad at that.
Okay. I think I'm going to actually have something to show off before the end, at least.
Oh, nice. What have you been working on?
I've been working on this. She's from Necromunda originally, but I have her as part of my Inquisitor's retinue.
Right.
And she's a very cool sort of model, very Judge Dredd looking. I think she's an Arbites, technically.
Our BDs.
Simon.
Which one is it? This or is she a breacher?
She's the well, I think she's one of the Arbites. So this is a Necromunda model. She's not not one of the Kill Team ones.
Oh right. Oh yes.
Yeah,
so
this
she'll
is
be
like an actual- yeah, I think
RBTs, Arbites, however people pronounce it.
that what they're
Arbites. Arbites. In the novels, they say Arbites. What are you guys talking about?
Sorry.
Sorry.
I was just eating some paint.
Oh, you can eat paint, but I can't lick my brush.
Well, just like you guys have been doing. I want to fit in.
That's peer pressure.
Yeah.
All the cool
Also,
kids
we
are
don't
doing
eat
it.
paint. We lick brushes.
Okay, I think I did it.
Hey, look.
I don't know if they're vegan, to be honest. That's a good question.
It's like I watched.
No,
Wonka,
that's
Something I've
you know?
never heard
Yeah.
you say.
And in the movie, there's
Oh
a
my
guy.
god, it's the first time for everything, Briony.
There's a chocolatier who, every time someone says the word poor, he retches. So that's how I feel when I see you guys lick the paint.
Is that the one with your new favourite boy, Timothy Chalamet?
It's not new.
Chamberlain.
Is it not new? I thought that I didn't realise it had come out.
No, it's not. My love for him is not new.
Oh, I see.
I've been there since day one,
Did
baby.
you watch Kieran Culkin accept his award?
Of course I did. Briony, of course I did. Of course I did.
Wait, what's Kieran Culkin been in recently?
Succession.
Oh,
Simon, have you not watched Succession?
no, I haven't actually.
Change the subject, change the subject.
No.
What's Succession?
What?
I'm not joking. I genuinely am like, what is that a show?
Succession, I believe, is the greatest. Well, I don't want to oversell it, but it's the greatest.
It might be the greatest. I don't want to oversell
I don't want to go too far.
But in my opinion, I think it's the greatest television show of all time. It's so fantastic.
Not
It
to
is
oversell it though.
comedic. It is dramatic. It is emotional. It is sometimes sexy. It's like, it's got the big laughs, but it's also like big, like well-made, dramatic, well-shot, incredibly written television, acting, superb, Grammys, Oscars, Emmys, Golden Globes, in my opinion.
Not to oversell it though, it's all right.
Yeah.
I think you'd really like it.
But on
though.
Netflix, I'm watching an anime about people that eat monsters in a dungeon, and I think I want to watch that instead.
What's that? Is that
Delicious in Dungeon.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Is it Chainsaw Man?
No, I just said it's Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah.
Delicious in Dungeon.
So
Well,
it's very sweet.
when you're ready to watch a good show.
When you're ready to watch grown-up television,
I might just watch Arcane again, actually.
No,
season
watch
2.
Succession, guys.
No,
I got
watch
Daft
the
to watch it. He loves it.
Dota.
What's the Dota one?
fuck off.
Doda.
Oh, don't even start. Don't even, Briony. You know what you're doing.
I actually do.
Oh, disgusting.
I don't want Dota show.
First of all, Dota, terrible game anyway.
That's what I've been saying.
League all the way.
Oh.
I have never played any of them, I should point out. I just know Arcane is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen.
Arcane's very good. It's based on League of Legends.
Fucking slaps.
Look, if Shadow was here, Shadow would back me up.
Oh, she loves League of Legends.
Yep.
She's in a league of her own.
Right, how are we looking on you? Is it still tacky?
It's still shine. Hey.
I'm ready for the next step
to the
too.
touch.
Yeah, we might actually need to wait on that one. So I've not used this specific spray before
Maybe
because
not,
Games Workshop
actually,
sprays
I
don't
lied.
take very long at all.
Yeah, I think
Do you have a
someone's
little
going to show
tray?
you on the
Can I
US,
use
so I
the
don't know.
bake-off?
I don't know
no.
where
Oh,
for
the
you to
Bake
go.
Off. really. Unfortunately, no, I don't have a miniature version of that.
Tiny tray.
Oh, why am I so bad at doing gold?
You're not.
Watched any
You're
of
not, Simon.
my...
You're very
I
good.
really am treating you like a dad. Have you watched any of my recipe videos? Father!
Oh, on Instagram. No, I haven't yet. I do want
No.
to.
Right, I'm gonna
Oh my
do
god,
one
yeah,
more.
those ones you've been posting all the time, the ones on Instagram.
how are you
and on
finding
YouTube.
coming up with one a
No, I've
day?
ignored them.
That's been okay. The thing I found most difficult is as soon as I did anything that had vegan in the title, I was like, oh, look, comments. That's nice.
yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. You got to form that engagement, Briony.
Even if it's negative comments, it's still engagement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
That's why
good
angry bait.
yes, a good strat is to do one mega typo in your captions every once in a while, because then everyone will comment and correct it, and then the video will do well. So Simon, right there.
Pro tip.
Pro
Pro
strats.
tip. Rage engagement, still engagement.
Exactly.
So when that happens on YOGSCRAFT, it's purposeful. We didn't make a
Yeah,
mistake.
Exactly. I would never make a mistake. I never have, never will. Everything's intentional.
I didn't realize you can't edit TikToks. I made a
What, Sarah, personally, or?
What do you mean?
Wow.
What do you mean by that?
like I made a mistake in my title, and then I was like, I can't change it. And then I had to Google, like, how do I edit my TikTok? And it was like, you cannot.
You
I was
can't
like,
edit the
okay.
captions, which is such
It was
such
like,
a
you must
pain. Yeah.
delete it and re-upload it. I was like, okay.
Oh, because I
Yeah.
do all of my vertical captions, like, in Premiere. I don't...
Yeah. She means like the
People making
caption,
videos.
like the title.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I do mine in
Brutal.
Premiere too.
I might make videos again one day.
Do it. What are they
a
going to
mistake.
be about?
We
No,
need
I really don't think I will, Ronnie.
Oh.
I'm too lazy. I
We
want
made a TikTok the other day. It was really
Yeah.
fun. It took 10 seconds,
Yeah?
literally. It's a TikTok trend where you it's like a very happy song, but you like really aggressively dance to it. Like you're getting your rage out. Yes.
Yeah. See, Sarah, I
like-
don't really think that I can be making dance content on TikTok.
No, I think
What are you talking about? I'm
You
38, Sarah.
I'm 38 years old.
it'd be funny.
38 years old, Sarah.
Oh, I know that one.
I actually am 33 now as well, so.
Oh, baby.
That was a surreal moment when like I turned 33 and I tweeted, or X'd at the time, that video, and like Simon responded to it, and I was just like, when I first found that video, that would have been fucking wild if you told me by this age.
I'm also not joking, like I am literally 38 in like a few weeks.
Oh,
Like,
boy.
I'm not, that wasn't me being facetious, that is my actual age.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll go home soon.
Yeah,
Mark.
yeah,
It's
thanks.
fine.
Yeah. When will I have my peas?
That was a comment I got, not that, but someone was like, why would you use tinned peas? And I was just like, because I love tinned peas. What do you
That
want
is a
from
bit
me?
fucking weird to be
I
fair.
love
Briony.
Also
Like,
gross.
literally-
Peas are gross.
That's fine, tinned
Give
peas.
peas a
That's fine.
chance.
No.
Appease her, would you?
Whoa!
Fucking hell.
I just really love tinned garden peas. I don't know why. It's
So
just-
there is something about the tinning process that changes the flavour. I can understand why someone might like it.
I think for me it's like nostalgic because when we used to go on holiday and we'd like go camping, so you'd have to take tinned food. So I think tinned
Oh, it reminds you of the good
vegetable for me
times
is like
kind of
the French
me and crisp
countryside
sandwiches.
tinned peas.
Oh, crisp sandwiches.
My dad would make me crisp sandwiches, and so I have a very strong fondness for crisp sandwiches now, even though I know that they're basically just carb on carb.
Oh, but all the best
Oh,
meals
But all the
are.
best meals
Yeah,
are.
chip butty, same thing.
Chip butties are so good.
Chip butty.
Pasta and garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
Garlic and bread.
I love that. I love those two things. Okay, I think I'm ready
Okay,
for the
let's
next
just
to take it to the next
to
level.
take it to
Take
the
it to the
next
next
level.
level.
Take it to the limit. Right, give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm just finishing off a bit of green. It's the green, it's the green, it's the green you need. And in your future, it's the green that I see. Right, let's have a look.
I think
Okay.
is that from Shrek?
Okay, so what I propose we do is we do a similar thing to what we just did with Briony, but we
Okay.
use a white oil paint.
Oh.
So what the idea of this is it's going to run into the crevices, and then it's going to look like that's where the light is coming from, because that's the brightest bit. It's like, I don't know if this is going to work or not.
Okay.
It shouldn't ruin anything.
Do you want to do it
We can try.
for me?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is your thing that you're meant to be learning.
That's your
man.
me
You can't
game,
learn by see, you must learn by do.
Also, is it? I'm suddenly unable to read clocks. Are we almost out of time?
We've got 5 minutes.
Oh no! Okay,
Okay,
guys,
hang
put
on.
your final touches on this.
Can this be
It's
every...
like a bake-off.
Yeah, we gotta judge them now.
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
Do we get a handshake if we do good?
Yes, from
from Mr. White Walker
Hollywood.
Eyes. Paul
from
Hollywood.
Ben.
The saturation is unbelievable. I
know.
can't deal with it.
It gets the Blimmin' Apprentice
So,
treatment, doesn't it?
What I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see it from over there. I'm going
Yeah.
to try, and this should seek out the crevices. Like that.
Wow. Wow.
Wow! Way to go, mister! You're amazing!
Gee willikers! That's
Jeepers,
fantastic.
God, it's like my
you're
internal
strong.
monologue.
That's wicked awesome.
And
That's
then
amazing.
same on this side.
Oh my god.
There we go. That was me thinking I'd come to the stream and not be mocked.
No, that was me
Mocking?
being mocked because I was the one saying wowie, wowie, zowie.
Yeah.
Wowie!
Wowie,
Uh,
a damn
oh,
elephant.
shouldn't have done that.
Wowie,
He
zowie.
did it again.
Yeah, that's oil paint though. I shouldn't have done that. Oh.
Shouldn't have done that.
I should not have done that.
Should not have done that.
Now we're mocking it. Should not have.
Oh, shouldn't have said that. No, definitely shouldn't have done that.
Okay, so then what we can
Shouldn't have
do
done that.
is, if I take a
Shouldn't have
little
said
bit
that.
of... Have you got your, what did you use? The Wild Stride Evil Sun Scarlet, the other red paint that I gave you.
Oh.
Did we put it back?
The Wild Stride Evil Sun Scarlet. Otherwise known as That's the Swedish chef.
Someone had made the Swedish chef into Theoden, and he's there just like, who's your friend hurting it? And then Wormtongue's like, I just question my
liege.
I saw that movie as well. That's very good.
Ah, that's one.
That's funny.
I was in a production of Handel's Messiah the other week,
Oh!
and I was just like imagining a Swedish chef just doing some of the tenor arias.
Right.
For some reason, the funniest shit to me.
Yeah.
Comfort ye.
That reminds me something that you'll appreciate. When I was in choir in high school, we sang Baba Yetu. So I
Christopher
know
Tin.
the whole lyrics of it.
If you
Get mine
like
on
that,
that,
you should
TJ.
check out
I love it.
his Waloyu Yomoni is another thing he did recently.
wow,
It's at the
take a
Cadogan
look.
Hall.
So
You might have to spell that for me.
Yeah,
this one, it looks
that.
more impressive. I've done all the base colours.
Wow! Did you do that from scratch today?
No, so the base colours were all done. Basically, all the highlights and the shading is what I've done today. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Into the fire it goes.
No, it's like this gun is shooting fire off of.
That's right, yep.
Cool.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's very lucky that the model's got like a lot of good stuff on it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
I'm
that's
just
my
finishing mine.
I'm just going to
Thank
put some
you.
finishing touches.
My guy's still sticky.
Sorry, that's I didn't know how long it would take for that spray to finish. So what I've just done there is you've got a basic idea of what it's going to look like.
Oh, whoa, that's what it looked. That's amazing.
So to show Ashley, hang on.
Put it on the. Oh.
Oh, also I freestyled and added little tiny bits of white as highlight.
Simon, you didn't bring your brush cleaner, did you?
No, I did
Oh, it
not.
needs one little
I
more
forgot
bit.
my brush cleaner
And
as
then
well.
I'll
Aw, Sarah will clean them for you, don't worry.
dally it all up. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, second thoughts. I might.
Brush cleaner is, yeah.
It's not the most important
I'm not
thing.
trusting this one anywhere near my brushes. I'm using my very nice fancy brushes.
Okay.
Okay, should I show everyone Mega Man?
Yeah, go for it.
Ta-da!
Who? Sorry, what's his name?
Ba-da-dee-ba-ba-bow. Pow, 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 pow.
Skibbity.
Beep, 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 beep. That's him. That's my first. Oh God, when it's under the camera, it looks fucking god awful. But in person, guys, I swear it's actually really
moving him
good.
up.
No, I'm putting him in the middle there so you can see. I'm turning him.
But the most important thing, Sarah, is you did it.
Yeah, you made that.
That was
made
you. It was your first mini. I can promise you that mine and Simon's first miniatures were a lot fucking worse.
No, well, you didn't
Oh, yeah,
have to.
absolutely.
Very first miniatures when we were kids.
Oh, wait.
Right.
Now do his eyeballs.
Oh my God, eyeballs! Guys, quick,
Now,
eyeballs.
eyes are very difficult to do.
I'm just gonna. I'll pop. This is Imrahil that I've been working
So
on.
what you normally do
There
is
won't be time.
I would normally do like you basically try and get black in the eye sockets and then you put white over the black.
With your
It's
brushes,
very
though,
hard
it's
to
gonna
do,
be.
and with those brushes, I would not recommend it.
Guys,
Yeah.
we're not gonna do it.
Why?
Next time, though. Wow!
But like even I hate doing eyes.
So I've been trying to. I've been not very good at non-metallic gold. So the silver
It
I'm
looks
pretty
good.
happy with.
I think it looks good. The NMM gold.
But the yeah, the
brilliant.
silver's all right. That's,
think, like,
that's
once-
a very rushed job.
Yeah, but like if you spent some time like brightening up the face and like toning up, I think that'd look epic. Like the fact that you've done that silver non-metallic, I think that's epic.
Yeah, it's all right. That's. I'm reasonably happy with that.
That is sick nasty.
Thank you, Sarah.
I mean it! I don't know. I've never
Now
seen
we didn't have
that
time,
angle.
unfortunately, but like I did get,
Grass.
we've got.
Oh,
we're
grass
gonna try and
tufts.
put some like little, like we just bring these in. I don't think we're gonna have time to put these on. Like we got like little graft tufts and
Of
stuff.
course, High Rollers guy brought the grass to the stream. Am I right?
Yeah, man.
Smoking doobie.
I would
I
just
got, hang on, I got all my different types of grass.
Oh, what do you
That's
got
I got
there?
lowland shrub
Let's go,
and
man.
winter tough.
Hell yeah, dude. That's radical. Yeah.
Fuck's sake. You're a menace. You are a menace.
Okay,
Well, hey,
Briony's
there you
turn.
go. First
Oh.
minis painted. Oh, yeah,
I
and then
can show you,
Briony.
but
Oh yeah,
he's
so this is still looking a bit shiny.
He's a sticky little
Glorious.
guy.
Wow.
There you go.
Right, looks good though.
So what we do next is then putting on some highlights just to bring the brightness back up. But that's really good. Like you should be really pleased with that.
Ah,
Would you add string?
You can do.
Cool.
I find that at that scale it just almost always looks bad.
I could
Yeah,
use
there's some things
a
that you just
bunny
don't
hair.
need to do.
Yeah.
A bunny hair.
Yeah, that
Well,
would.
one of the things that like some people do is like the basing can be quite a thing, and you can maybe find like little tiny bunnies that you can then stick on the bases and have.
Yeah,
you
like
can have
3D printed
3D
bunnies.
printed little bunnies, and
Oh,
because
I've seen
I have
those.
like little rocks and things that I put on mine and
When I
stuff
went
like that.
to the Model Railway exhibition, which is going to be on the 3rd of May this year,
In the Bath Forum?
no, it's in Tef. Loughborough or somewhere. It's just north of Bristol, but it lasts for 3 days, and I'm really cool, and I go there.
We've just been flashed up with
says
it's
wrap
wrap-up
up time.
time.
Stop Briony talking about model railways.
Let's put all of ours on here for one last look, and it can look like
should we
they're
maybe stop it
battling.
spinning?
Yeah, they're
Oh, yeah.
battling.
Hang on, there we go.
Gang's all back together.
They're doing Warhammer now. That's Warhammer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got you. I'm Sanguinius. Ha 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 ha. I'm the Horus Heresy.
We've got.
Ooh, and I'm
become the
Frodo
41st.
Baggins. And I'm Boromir. And pow, 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 pow.
It's like having
This is-
Peter Jackson here.
But this is what it's about, man. These are what these toys are for. You know, to pretend you are the Horus Heresy and you have won the Warhammer 40,000.
It is.
That's Warhammer.
And just again, if people do enjoy this kind of thing, I can highly recommend probably Midwinter Minis is the best jumping off.
Yeah, very
new
cool.
resource.
Very cool.
And yeah, mention some others: Squidmar, Miniac, Ninjon. Lots of resources on YouTube.
Games night.
Yes, you should watch the newest video on the Games Night channel.
Yes.
Which is basically this, but the whole 9 yards. They went to a store, they bought some stuff. Lydia and Ravs painted with Tom and Ben,
And then they
they
play a
did a
full
little game, and it's brilliant.
Very good. It's a very good video. I
really well
thoroughly
put
enjoyed
together.
watching it.
Yeah.
As somebody who is already an expert and knows stuff, very good video.
And actually,
Highly
also
recommend.
the camera work for when they were in the store, specifically the tight shots, was really good. Whoever did that,
Great job.
Yeah, fantastic tight work.
just saying. Anyway, thank you so much for crafting with us.
My pleasure.
Wow.
I have enjoyed the crafting.
What a joy.
And if people want to see more painting from me, I'm on Instagram at 50 Shades of Space Wolf Grey.
No way. Are you
That's the
actually?
painting account. Yeah.
Amazing. And how about you, Mark?
I don't have like a separate thing. If you just follow Sherlock Hulmes on Instagram and Twitter, if I do post stuff, I post it there. But like I said, I'm not like Simon level painter. I paint every now and then. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, cool.
Nice.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
so much
us.
for joining us.
Yay! Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next month on what it will probably be February 14th for Valentine's
Valentine's
Craft.
Day.
We're back in business, baby, crafting away.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Eiffel Tower.
Oh, fuck, I dropped all my brushes.
Oh no, the brush
the trim.
tips.
Cut the trim.
Oh no!